And a very good afternoon, evening, or morning, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome to the Top channel and also the Hump Day Chinwag, where we generally just talk about anything TV, film, politics related, anything that's happened over the last week, 7 days, or even the last 24 hours, depending on what's going on in the world. And we have a good chinwag over it. So welcome to everybody. Welcome to the chat. I can see people piling in right now. And we've got another smashing episode for you. So with that, let's start bringing out the usual suspects. Hello to Smoo. How you doing, brother?
Hello. Doing good, man. Doing good.
How are we doing?
It's Wednesday, Hump Day. I'm living, dude. I'm living.
Good to see you. And you got your cup of tea? Or you got your coffee?
Coffee.
Good lads. Good lads. Good to see. What you been up to today? Anything interesting?
Just working and then took a nap. I basically woke up like 10 minutes ago, so I'm actually quite was still waking up a little bit, but I'm happy to be here. It's Wednesday. We almost made it through the week, so I can't wait to talk about the topics we have today. It's gonna be
good. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Right.
Likewise.
Our next guest panel member ever. It's Stasis Geek. How you doing?
Saying that he was just on time, he literally popped in chat as literally 5 seconds to go. He literally just crawled out of bed and just went, I'm ready. I'm ready, people.
I was brewing coffee. I was brewing coffee.
Nobody realizes how this admin works. I was just like, and there he is. Literally just popped up. I've been good. Had a little bit of cold, but then literally girlfriend's birthday, so I've been doing that. Went to a to Rosette chef's table, so literally
very fancy.
Very fancy. Literally 7 courses. Best meal ever. Literally checkbook didn't like it, but
no, I was going to say those type of dinners, the checkbook normally doesn't like any of that.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where they do that like the alcohol tasting with it.
Yep.
So you can have that. Oh, some of them are like, I don't like that, sweet wine, some like ports and stuff. Oh, but it made sense when you had the meal and then the drink. Oh, they've got it knocked on. It was just like, it was one of the probably the best food I've ever had. And just like afterwards, you're like, oh, please send me to bed. But I want more. But yeah, it's good. Yeah. Glad to be here. A little geeky stuff this week. Same from last time. It's like being politics in the way, but yeah, this is the Geeksville, I'm guessing, for this week. Yeah, so a little bit of fun.
It is a bit of Geeksville, but we also obviously need to discuss something which I'll mention when a certain someone comes out of the.
We got it coming out today. I didn't know somebody was outing themselves today.
Typical German Japanese guy. He always likes complaining about a certain thing, and I've just given him another cup. Nein, Scheiße, Schmetterling, Krankenhaus. Right,
Krankenwagen.
How you doing, Greg?
I'm not bad, bit warm, but
Have you not got an aircon yet?
I haven't got aircon. I got a fan.
What is an aircon?
Yeah, you need to grab yourself
an
aircon.
European car.
Yeah, you say we're Europeans, Tommy. Oh,
yeah, I've got aircon in the car.
What are you talking about? It's got to be done these days. I mean, the thing is, the last week, I think the hottest my room where I'm working has got up to 33 degrees. And at that point, it's just fucking unbearable.
The worst thing is, you have that short period where we suffer. We literally suffer. And then the rest of it's literally muggy and cold and damp. And but nobody ever goes on, like, let's say Amazon, to get the deal when they're really cheap. Buy aircon in the winter months. That's all I got to say. Not now, because they're probably like triple the price.
Surprisingly,
27.5 degrees here.
I did see a few reasonably priced ones because I went around my mother-in-law's last night, I think, or it might have been the night before, and I went in the living room and I was like, shitting death, it's stifling. But it's so hot in her house because she's in a masonette. All her heat from downstairs because the fucking idiots downstairs have always got the bloody heating on. Fucking idiots. And of course, her house is just fucking unbearable. But hey ho, it's sweary time. Yes, we have gone far enough into the stream now where the potty mouse can actually begin.
Is that how it works? We're 5 minutes late and that counts towards the stream time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's why we leave the next 3 because they swear a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's I mean, the thing is, you've probably seen the intro to my streams. I normally leave that running for a guaranteed 5 minutes because then I can open the gate straight with swearing. No, just full intro. Start stream, Tomby thumbnail, starting stream for at least 3 minutes. Bang, 5 minutes has passed, swearing begins. And that's how my intros go every time. So it's the only way for me to be safe.
Why the effing hell are you lot here? That's what he said.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
I've seen some very alarming thumbnails chat in our group, and I am very concerned.
Oh yeah.
Stasis, did you use one? On Twitter?
No, I was a bit late.
You fucking pussy.
I know.
I
was late.
You fucking should have done.
Well, I can do both. I can do
retroactively.
both right now.
Hold on. I'm just
Okay.
gonna.
No, you do it. It's just
Yeah, I'm gonna show him.
before and
I'm
after.
gonna show him because it was funny.
Which one are you going to tweet though?
No, I'm not going to tweet.
Oh.
I'm going to bring it up on stream now.
Oh, all right.
All of them.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up on
You
stream.
did whilst being
For first-time viewers.
Yeah, fuck
For
it.
first-time viewers.
Okay,
this
everybody.
is a podcast for adults. I'm just saying.
This is good.
Be very careful, guys, with yourselves.
Yeah.
This might get you a little bit fucking steamy. Courtesy of Status Geek. So, just for reference, this is how Status Geek sees me every day.
In the dreams.
Fucking shocking. I was fucking shocked. He started fucking sending me fucking through these. He does it all the time. He fucking glues my head on shit and then glues fucking Pork Chop's head on shit.
Yeah, he does.
And next thing you know, it's an episode of fucking Brookback Mountain.
There is
or
the
fucking
version where
whatever.
I've deleted Mr. Porkchop off that version.
Fucking shocking.
Really?
Absolutely fucking shocking.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking shit I have to put up with. What a fucking wanker. And Highlander, stop, my penis can only get so erect. Exactly. That's Stasis.
You screwed
That's
yourself.
Stasis.
Can you read
Yeah,
read
Linda.
the banner? Can you read the banner there, please?
Calm down, ladies. There's British sexiness afoot. Yes.
Oh,
Calm down, ladies.
In my belly. Get in my belly.
You fuck bastard.
In my belly.
Right. Anyway, let's bring on the rest of the panel. Abe, how you doing, my dude?
Abe.
How do? Still breathing?
How do?
How do?
You've gone quiet all of a sudden.
it's his new mic. He's fixed everything.
I'm just gonna make him.
Is it better now?
Yes.
I think it's boosting you.
Yeah, I just boosted you up a little bit.
All
How you
right,
doing?
cheers. Not too bad, yeah. It's 32 degrees in my room right now, so
Fuck.
No.
What
Yeah,
the
fuck that.
fuck are you doing?
You just get really steamy over that photo.
I
Yeah,
think,
those
yeah.
guys, and that was it.
It
Yeah,
was 25 earlier on.
That's
Scum
something.
shooting out of my ears. I've got two fans on, the door open, and the window.
You Brits are not used to heat.
No,
No.
we don't do heat.
Oh my god, look how white.
We
I
used to
am.
rain.
Look,
And cloud.
white.
And we like it
reflects off
because it
me.
gives us something to complain about.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just fucking around with my fucking screen at the minute. But you're all right, Abe. Have you got your cup of coffee?
I've got water at the moment because
That's good enough.
I suspect I'm going to lose fucking buckets of it during the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that another reason why you haven't got your camera on?
Maybe.
Ah.
Hey, it's gonna,
Chat.
it's gonna start sweating worse when daily dysfunction shows up.
Daily Dysfunction's already here, mate.
Yeah. Once
Hey!
he actually
Yeah.
sees her. Once he actually
if-
sees her.
And in fact, I need to go up to another fucking comment that was a little bit further up. I think it was Crimson.
Chat. Where's it gone?
I think it was Crimson.
Was it
There's plenty of
Crimson?
people in chat. It's good to see you all. Good to see you all. Someone mentioned about me having a fucking shave, and I was just like, yeah, just a little bit of a shave. I didn't get rid of it all. I wanted it to be rough as a
You look
badger's
fucking
arsehole.
naked. You look naked, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
The last
Naked
time
and
I
afraid.
had a clean shave was 2005,
Yeah.
and then
yeah,
one time
2005.
I had proper clean stubble. My girlfriend cried.
Oh no.
She was
Yeah,
like,
Tam
"No, don't
hates
do
it.
again."
The second the beard gets to the size of Greg's penis, Tam hates it. So fucking.
What the fuck?
It was like this. I mean, the thing.
what?
Right, I'll
And
give you a.
blame me,
I'll give
Frank.
you a
You have
solid
go at
inch.
me.
I'll give you a fucking solid inch. The beard was about that long. Tam says,
Correct.
I was starting to fucking cook, and she comes down and starts twirling the fucking beard. And I'm like, right, it's time to shave it then. Time to shave it. But
Well,
like
when you
I
get to the
do-
point
I
in which
do like
your
a-
beard is so long that random people want to come up to you and stroke it, that's like a different level.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Find a
slightly
couple of hobbits have
concerning.
moved in.
I've ever had it is literally here. once. Just literally proper like in Viking like beard.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in between Gandalf and Leonidas right now.
Yeah, when you have
Happy
to like
days.
proper give it some like love and comfort.
Yeah, I've had to put a tie on the end of it.
Mate.
Yes. Right. Okay. Hanayama.
Hello.
How are
And,
you?
and by the way, Smooth, I already made a comparison since he shaved that Tombi right now looks like a fucking thumb with a hat on.
Yes.
He's Alec Baldwin's thumb.
Alex
It's like
but
the
with a
opposite
hat
of Alec Baldwin's finger.
100%.
With a hat.
Daily dysfunctions asking for beard stroking consent, Abe.
Like this.
Yes.
I'm surprised. Oh, he did respond. He responded in chat. Abe, I was thinking, why didn't he just say yes? Of course.
Pussy, say
talking
it
about?
on fucking stream.
Yeah, fucking wimp.
Damn it.
It's
Yeah,
turning
whatever.
gay. That's what it is. So, Hanayama, how's your week been, my friend?
Fucking warm. Currently, it's like I have the window open, I have the door open. It's 27 degrees inside. It's still 30 outside. Like fucking kill me.
Yeah.
I'm glad my PlayStation is not on right now because I'll be dying in here if that were the case.
Yeah, it's like god damn. And tomorrow it gets even warmer. Tomorrow during tomorrow during the fucking midday, we have 36 degrees. Fucking shoot me.
Oh.
You do know we have rain coming, right?
We're supposed to have
We
a
don't.
wrist
We
Sunday
literally get
tonight.
missed. Like, just so you have a fucking laugh, Smooth. The rain starts up at your area, splits in two, goes the Cologne route, and then west of me, and literally leaves my city out. It's like, fuck you.
That's how that works.
Dick.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Fuck you. When even the fucking weather hates me, it's like, god damn.
It's going to
Well,
be
like
like
the
an
ga-
inverse version of the Truman Show. It's like wherever you go, the rain will avoid you.
The rain will avoid you. Yeah.
I guarantee
like
I guarantee you, the rain fucking hates me because the rain has stocks in Ubisoft, and I just shit on it. And I'm gonna do it again.
It's
Have you-
funny
have
you
you
should say because Ubisoft is coming up in the stream today. So you're going to get your opportunity, as usual, to take a big fat dump.
do what you do best.
Yeah,
I have a suggestion, by the way.
yeah.
Because everybody's talking about freaking Ubisoft all the time. I'm pretending to know literally everything about it. I've got a proposal for side scrollers and all these big podcasts. Invite Hanayama on because he's the angriest man you can invite on the podcast for that certain topic, and he's well versed in it. Do it.
And the funny shit is, I'm gonna do it again because
Yeah.
they are allergic to stopping. They are allergic to do just one thing and just shut the fuck up. Every damn week they give me more ammunition, and I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna fire it. These people are fucking
Someone in the
dumb.
chat, whether it's mods or someone in the chat, can you just do me a favor? Just clip that smooth recommendation there with the Hanayama shitting on it afterwards, and then we'll send it across over onto Twitter and say, get him onto your channels, guys, because the guy is well versed, he's passionate, and unfortunately, whilst he is Japanese, he's also German, so he's going to put up with that.
Well, he's got to compensate the angriness somehow, Tommy.
What do you mean?
German.
With more anger.
I was about to say, like, okay, we're gonna compensate
more
being
German.
angry with more angry. It's like the fuck.
What would be the opposite to to try and calm him down? He'd probably have to be Canadian or something.
Yeah.
No.
Who are the most happiest race on the
Norwegians.
planet?
Norwegians.
Danish. When it's supposed to Danish, isn't it? They're the most.
Danish.
They
or
are
Norwegians?
Danish and Finland.
Part
Yeah,
of
they're
me
pretty
thinks
chill.
that it's actually Norwegian because of the amount of money they fucking have.
Yep.
They're all
They're-
fucking-
once you work
Cost
out,
of living is
I worked in Sweden and that Scandinavian whole working
Yeah.
environment. Oh, bloody hell, it's brilliant. It's literally, they
I just
they
disagree
literally
with
treat-
paying.
they treat their people so right, like their staff. And they,
Yeah,
their-
I just
their rights
disagree
is brilliant.
paying 12 quid a pint.
Yeah,
Yeah, out of principle.
That kind of
That's
sucks.
That's
It does.
that's Oktoberfest money
Yeah.
that you pay for. a
Anyway,
pint.
I mean, the funny thing, anyways, Tomby, if you have seen the replay of last week, while I had the big fucking Ubisoft rant last week, somebody
Yeah.
in chat, and either you or Stasis even highlighted it. Somebody in chat was like, "Is this Shad?"
Yes.
Yeah.
We reached chat levels of angry, and I wasn't even angry. I wasn't even sweating yet. There's more.
Daily Dysfunction's just confirming that it's definitely not Canadians. We have a lot of assholes.
Yes.
Fair enough. Right, okay, we've got one more person coming on the panel. Nerdtates, before I bring on the last person at the minute, Daramouthe is going to join us. So Daramouthe is going to be our special guest today. He is going to be joining us. He's going to be joining us slightly late.
That's right.
But shit, fuck. I was just where is he? Where's the fucking dickhead? There he is. Jay, if you want to jump in at any point in time, just jump into the stream. You've got the link in the Hump Day podcast link as usual. Just jump in, mate. There's space.
Before we at the final panelist, I want you to share the link I just posted in the private chat real quick. Because that's like
not another nude, is it?
No, it's true misogyny right there.
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome, chat. You're welcome.
Yeah, do it.
I was like, God damn, when I saw that.
Yes.
Like,
I need to rewind it for science. 2 seconds. Give me 38 seconds. I'll be right back.
the clip is literally 45.
Science.
Right, I'm back. That was good. It was well worth it. Right, okay. Present that. Shero Screeno. Patronus.
You're welcome, chat. You're welcome.
Do the thing.
Men of culture, we salute you.
Damn.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Hot damn.
Full
Men
screen
of culture.
Full screen that shit, baby.
Yeah. Come with your fucking tits. You're gonna fucking splurg all over your fucking
Shout out to
desk if you
Kyle as
fucking
well.
care.
He's great.
Yeah,
YouTuber.
Kyle, yeah.
Follow him.
Kyle is great.
Yeah, Kyle's.
God damn.
I mean, he writes
made in
a news
Korea,
tongue
motherfucker.
every time he puts out a
That's
video.
nothing. Have you been on my girlfriend's website, lingerie website?
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
come on. That's timid.
Yeah, but
Where's
only
the
you get to
overt
play with
knickers?
that.
Where's the
Mother.
overt knickers? Come on.
I was making a joke about
Fair.
her getting a bikini and she actually got one.
Yeah, obviously.
Just for those that don't know, this is the first Descendant. These are the characters
Korean
from the
game.
first Descendant, which we are actually playing on Team Play Tuesdays. So if you want to see some of this shit, just come over to Team Play Tuesdays and come and enjoy.
Well, you
I'm
fuckers
gonna
are.
get the swimsuit. I'm gonna get the swimsuit for Valby, actually.
Have you got the PC parts yet, Hanayama?
Nope.
No, sending this to him this week.
Oh, please do.
Yeah,
Come on.
I could get around to
Get
it, but I'm doing it. Yeah.
Do
It's
it.
gonna get on
Fucking
Friday.
lazy dickhead.
Right, stop sharing.
Oh, working. Right, okay, you're welcome, chat. So,
I will tell you the same thing I told fucking Abe yesterday. I smell excuses. And his one was a cross-continent one, and I still called him excuses. So fuck you.
true.
The old cross-continent excuse. I'm used to that one.
Yeah. Like, fucking oh shit. Like, Buddhist man.
Yeah.
I'm just putting something in private chat. Right. Next panel member. And chat, please, let's have a big round of applause. And a welcome back to Yarnie.
Johnny.
Sweetheart.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Hi, loves. How is everyone?
Yeah, we're living the dream as
somehow.
always. Apart from most of these dickheads who are all fucking roasting their nuts off. And I've got my
We've seen them pictures.
aircon.
You were quite red in them pictures.
Oh yeah, this is true.
Your nipples are a bit toasty. No,
I get
boiled.
70 degrees Fahrenheit here, which I guess for you guys is 21.
21 degrees. That's nice and cool. I could,
yeah, it's only 10 degrees here. We're literally boiling.
yeah, that's the problem.
I got 80 here and it's raining. So
Get shit on.
I should know the Fahrenheit by now. I try and convert it every day, but I've got no fucking clue.
I have my phone to do that for me.
21 Celsius.
82 here.
But hey, thank you so much, you guys. I did just want to take a second to say, for those who don't know, a couple weeks ago, I had to say goodbye to my dear cat, who I had for 20 years. He was absolutely my best friend in every way. And when we had to say goodbye, I really had to step away from life. And that included stepping away from stream, stepping away from chat. I just had to, I don't know, been in goblin mode the last couple of weeks. The outpouring of love that I have gotten from everybody here on the panel, everybody in chat, everybody in this community has been just absolutely amazing. And it's really helped in dealing with a lot of this. Even when you're expecting loss, losing somebody like him to me was really intense, and all this love and support, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate it. So I love you guys, each and every one of you. I love you so much. And so from me and my husband, we want to say thank you for all that love, support, and patience. You guys are just absolutely the best. So thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
Well said. Well said.
It's what we
Love
do.
you. Mwah.
It's what we do.
Thank
Yeah, and I can see the love is being shared in chat as well. Thank you very much indeed, guys. And yes, you have been missed. Deadpool is now sat with Smoo. Nice.
Yes. Time for this.
All of the popcorn buckets and things like that were out of stock when I went to watch it with Tam on the weekend. So I was kind of pissed. Yes.
Yeah,
I might watch
same here.
Twisters over the weekend. If I can find a bucket, I'm going to get one for you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And
make that two then.
Did I hear just Smoo commit to sharing the bucket?
yes,
I mean,
he was going to post the bucket.
have you seen the bucket? I had to literally carry it open with the hatch so it didn't look like I was carrying a severed head around.
Actually, that would have been more fun. That would have been more fun if you put it on a
That looks
keychain.
like an
That would
expensive
be
popcorn
amazing.
bucket.
Put a keychain on it and then just wear it on the fucking belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just grab a couple, put them on a keychain, and wear
Put it
them.
on your belt. Like hang it off
fucking,
your belt.
like fucking Kratos style in God of War.
Or like Julia Starling from Lollipop Chainsaw that carried her severed ex-boyfriend's head around while she was
fuck yeah.
the zombies, you know.
Yes.
Or stick it on the rear parcel shelf of your car. Just drive around with it.
That's what I did with the Star-Lord mask that I used to wear for Halloween.
Yep.
No, if you have the really long umbrella that has the fucking metal spike on top, just put it on the umbrella.
I'm going to use it.
Don't put it in your car window. Someone will nick it.
So Ricky
Yes.
was asking in the chat what I'm going to use this head for. I'm going to use it as a flower pot. I'm going to put a cactus in it.
I'm surprised you
just
haven't
that.
drilled a circle and put something in it. Anyway. Some kind of like slightly
Okay,
that.
let's just say it's his new girlfriend. Come on.
See, if he puts it on a chain and wears it round his neck, he could be like a really morbid version of Flavor Flav.
Doesn't he need to spray paint
I'm going to tell you what time it is, motherfucker.
It's ass whooping time, bitch.
FK's like, speak the damn King's English. Ah, fuck that.
No.
Fuck that shit. But chat, thank you and welcome. Good evening again to the episode 14 of the Hump Day Chinwag already. 14 episodes. We are fucking balls deep in this shit. And we are going to talk
We
about
still
all sorts of
apologize.
crap.
And we still apologize.
Yeah,
No, we don't.
not in the typical Canadian fashion.
No.
But every now and again we may
Unrepentant.
apologize for something. And the first thing that
I
we
don't.
probably should say now, right? Okay, pay attention to the banner. Pay attention to the logo that's going to appear over by fucking Captain Dickless over there.
That's
Spoiler
Stasis
alert.
Geek, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, I didn't point. If I was going to point at Greg,
I say
down
because he pointed at me, I was
there
like, huh?
no.
I take.
I
the
can make. In fact, let me put it.
Yeah,
That's
put him
what-
in the middle. Yeah,
that's
why
what-
we're here.
hit. Hold it.
Yeah.
This twat.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with being on that side. Actually,
Actually, that's not a bad position to be. It doesn't
See, now
quite
you're
work
regretting it.
because Abe's tickling my balls and Hanayama's tickling yours.
Yarnie. You're lovely.
it's only fair. It's
And
only
Greg's,
fair.
Greg's doing something he shouldn't do.
My
Ouch,
girlfriend doesn't
that
want to do
hurts.
it like that.
Right, okay, spoiler warnings coming ahead.
this-
I love that.
Olive
And our
oil.
viewership is 69 as we get dirty. There we go.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Ah, 70. Get away.
I'm a walking spoiler chat here. Walking spoiler.
Yes, look at that. Spoiler alert. That's fucking...
Oh no.
Hold it. Has everybody seen this in the panel?
No.
I've seen it.
I
Okay.
have not, but I know what's happening, so it's fine.
We're
Hang on,
gonna
let me
see it
just-
maybe
So,
this.
Yarnie, we'll just settle down and we'll tell you all about it.
Okay.
Back in my day.
We have a missed opportunity with the names, by the way. I'm just saying, especially for this segment.
Yes. So we will aim to not spoil anything. Most of the discussion will try and stick to whether it's a good film, bad film, financials and things like that. Does it revitalize the MCU? Opportunities for the future? There may be a couple of slips every now and again.
Okay, so do
What are we going to discuss?
Okay,
Any
one blog
cameos?
for every spoil.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
do
that
we
means
want to
we can't
start?
discuss the cameos.
I would say maybe
The cameos
would
have
s-
been. Yarnie, cameos have been spoiled. That's the best thing. Most of us haven't. Who's seen it? Yarnie, have you been spoiled over the cameos? Because the cameos aren't integral to the movie.
I've gotten a little bit of spoiling, but you know what? You guys do what you do. Again, I goblin mode for like ages, but don't worry about me. You do you. Just rock it.
Okay.
Don't tell Tomby to do himself. He will do it.
he will fucking do it.
He will do it. You know what happened last time on Twitch.
He's gonna call.
Right, before we go too far, our special guest for the week has turned up. Dara, how you doing?
Dara.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I had to do the adult thing, and I had to think. Come on, kids, I'll tell you a story. I had a job I had to do, so unfortunately, I couldn't be here.
Imagine having a job.
Yeah, imagine having a job because I couldn't survive on this. Goodness.
Wow.
How are all
How you doing, though, buddy? Long time no see.
Yes, sir. I see you've shaved. It feels weird.
It feels
naked.
It does
How
feel
can you
weird.
see him from there? He's literally hasn't got his camera angle. Oh, sorry, the beard. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Dara's got a third eye. Dara's got a third eye that he's not telling us about.
Separate camera.
Some things you don't have.
I mean, technically all men do, but yeah.
The interesting thing, well, I suppose not the interesting thing is, but come Friday, I'll have a beard again. I'll have a beard again on Friday.
Where?
So it'll be fun.
Fucking better.
I'm not going to tell you where. Ickle's not in chat, is she?
Juice.
Lo.
I haven't seen it yet.
I like to do that.
Major Zap's in chat as well. Having lunch with
Oh,
his
hi, Major
mum.
Zap.
I'll rewatch.
I hope
the
your
podcast
mum's
later.
not listening.
Yeah.
If she is, we're really sorry. Sorry, Mummy Zap.
Yeah, Tracy,
We're going to the corner.
corner.
We're going to the.
I don't get it easy, Tracer.
Oh. She is.
Yeah.
She is.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the spoiler thingy because we want to see Dara's beautiful face.
Yes.
My OCD kicks in. Right. I've put Dara back into the corner because my OCD kicks in massively if things just
Gotta
not
keep it
symmetrical and
symmetrical.
shit.
Excuses. It's all I hear all day long.
It is. It's fucking craziness. It's absolutely fucking craziness. But
crazy.
good evening to everybody. Let's crack on with the first item. So we're going to speak some Deadpool.
Okay, so do we want to start with some numbers?
Yes.
Oh, Joey,
So,
I love numbers.
How did
it
you guess? How did you guess
the,
that's where I was starting?
Oh, it has.
Yeah. I don't know. It's expected
due
to be
today.
today. It's
Yes.
most likely even gonna happen during this stream. And
It
right
should have
now,
already
right
happened.
this second. No. I just checked. Right now, it's $497 million worldwide. So it's 3 short of 500 million.
Yeah, but when was the last time that was updated?
An hour ago. And it's gonna be updated again in 32 minutes.
Where are you
So-
looking?
On the numbers.
Box Office Mojo.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be updated again by the top of the hour, so in 25 minutes.
Yep.
They update hourly.
So I saw, what was it? It was WDW Pro talking about this. the other day, and he was looking at the regions that had not submitted numbers yet. So looking at that list now, there's Bulgaria is not submitted, Costa Rica is not submitted,
China,
South Africa has not submitted. It's not released in China yet, and Turkey. So there's 4 countries out of the international box office that have released so far that have not submitted their numbers yet.
Yeah.
I went to the
And
cinema.
by the way, the movie is out in China.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
went yesterday. And
What, in China?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you went to
I went to
China.
China yesterday.
And you came back?
And literally
Yes.
80% full cinema. Literally the first time in that place I've been to, like some big budgets. Literally, we were like, "This is packed. This is packed."
When I went, I think it was Thursday afternoon, deliberately to go for a quieter showing, and it was still half full.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I went, so I took Ickle on Saturday night, and it was completely dead. And then 5 minutes before the end of the adverts and things like that and the trailers, it was, I would say, it was half full.
Mm-hmm.
And that was for a Saturday night payday weekend. So I was actually quite surprised that there wasn't
pretty
more
poor.
people in there. But it is what it
But
is.
how many screens though? Because my local cinema, it had
Oh, there was 4
6.
screens.
It had 6
Yeah.
screens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like 12 o'clock Thursday, Wednesday night, it was 6 screens started at midnight. They had
How much
3
of the-
showings and all sorts.
How much of a difference do you guys think it's going to make when we get the final numbers from the remaining countries?
Well, South Africa's pretty big,
Yeah, it's gonna matter. It's gonna matter.
like big population. You know,
Well,
you just got a big head of population. It's gonna.
It's
I mean, even
easily
if
going to
they
add
do
10%
5 million
to the
per
numbers.
company, that's going to be another 20 million on top.
I reckon it's easily going to add 10% onto these numbers that you're seeing here. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easily.
So again, like I expect easily, but like before this stream ends, I expect that the current numbers are in and that we're already past 500 million.
Okay, this is the topic. This is it.
Yes.
When you've gone to the cinema before, and this is what happened back in the day before released after 14 days. Would you, everybody on stream, one by one, would you recommend it for people to watch in the cinema? And that's the question. Like the old school days, any good? Do you think I should go? Yes or no?
I say
Yes,
watch it
film.
once. I
Right,
say watch
okay,
it once.
let's start with me. I would say yes, definitely go to the cinema to watch this. Not because of any kind of like visuals or anything. The thing that got me throughout all of this was actually some of the tie-ins, the music, the approach, the ways the characters were interacting with each other. But definitely, I was grabbed by the wife a couple of times, but mostly the music. The story was great. I didn't have a problem with it. There are some issues with the film. I won't say it was perfect. It's definitely better than number 2. I would say it's slightly lower than number 1. But in terms of would I recommend someone go to the cinema to watch it? Yes. Stasis.
Yeah, go to cinema if you want to be entertained, because a lot of the movies you go out now to and you go to cinema are unentertaining. So if you just want that great, I want to be entertained, have a couple of giggles. Like every 20 minutes, there was always that bit you're like, chuckle to yourself.
Yeah.
That is that's one of the things is that they did it in an old school way that you were like, I kind of like what I'm seeing. Now, is it story driven? No, it's not. It's there for that little bit of I wouldn't say like cameo, like nostalgic. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I would say it's not a story driven film. It's a more of a I like that. I like what I'm seeing. Move on. Is it going to stand up test of time? Probably not. But is it a very good movie? Yes. Is it a great movie? Far from it.
It's not a great movie. No.
It's far from perfect. I'll give.
Right.
I'll say this much.
Smooth review.
I mean, I've watched it with Dawn of Mutilation, who's actually in chat right now, who happens to live in the same area as me. So I actually went and watched it with him. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I say go to the theater just for the sheer reactions of the audience that's with you, because that's what really carried the film for me. And
who's crunching saying?
Me.
Fucking stop it!
Fucking microphone.
Man, you need to get some moisturizer on it. If that's what it sounds like, you sound scratch. That's getting a bit too old, isn't it?
Vino's got a job cut out for him.
I've muted you dickhead.
Where was I? I say go watch it in the theater, because it's worth just for the experience alone. Don't think about the plot too much, because the plot is meandering a little bit at some points and is actually not making much sense. But compared to Deadpool 2, that's actually an achievement, because Deadpool 2 was just it's a movie. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, if you like the music in the movie, you will definitely get your money's worth. And the chemistry with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds alone is selling that movie like tenfold. Like the marketing and everything they've done prior to that, and also the cameos. Let's just say if you're a fan of the Fox era of the MCU, you'll get your money's worth for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also the most divisive movie I've seen in our sphere for the last couple of months.
Everybody else go. I've got a question for everybody at the end. On that point,
Hanayama.
Because
sorry, Smooth. Finish.
Because I noticed this trend that people are being contrarian to the popular opinion as well. That people say like, "Oh, this film is crap," just for the sake of saying it's being crap, despite not having seen it, or maybe having an opinion that I don't necessarily agree with, like calling the audience brain dead or retarded, or getting a hockey puck shot to your forehead or something like that. But yeah, let's just put it that way. You will enjoy it if you don't think about it too much. I'll just say this much. Just be entertained. It's a summer blockbuster that it wants to entertain you. And thank Ryan Reynolds for actually making that.
Cool. Hanayama.
Yeah. Very simple. It's great, but it's dumb. It's great, dumb fun. Go see it. It's worth your money. But always remember, it's great, dumb fun. It's a dumb but great, funny movie.
That's a good way of putting it, actually.
Short and sweet. Obviously, Yarnie hasn't seen it, so then we're going to go down to Abe.
I would say, yeah, it's simple, it's silly, it's a Deadpool movie. What do you expect? If you like Hugh Jackman, if you like Ryan Reynolds, and you don't want to think too much about a movie, it's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Greg.
Am I muted still?
No.
Sorry for rubbing my nuts on the microphone.
Hey!
Again.
Yeah, the movie was pretty good, I thought. I've got to say, I've not been to an MCU movie since Endgame. Since Endgame, so I've not seen any Phase 4 or 5.
Yep.
Shite.
You missed nothing.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I love the Deadpool movies. The Wolverine ones, I've not seen Logan. There's a few of those that I've not seen, the X-Men ones, but on the whole, I really liked the old Fox cinematic universe. This one I found there was a much more gay humor in this than the previous two. So it was edgy, but it was edgy, sexy humor previously, but now it was edgy, sexy, gay humor. Because they were milking the bromance between the two characters, I guess. But that stuck out for me.
You had some of that. You definitely had some of that in the first film, anyway. Because you look at the pizza scene where he kisses the guy on the face.
Yes.
In a while.
There's innuendo throughout all of the films.
That may be the character.
Even what he does with Cable, sometimes he gives the old. Woo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd definitely say it's worth going to see if you like superhero movies and you like action and you enjoy going to the cinema. Then it's definitely one to see there. I gave it about a 7 out of 10 to my friend, but
yeah,
the plot is so stupid.
Yeah, don't think
It's
about the
just not
plot.
even worth
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, don't think about it.
It's
I
just
mean,
dumb.
we'll let we'll let
Big
Dara go next.
Cloud dog made out of antimatter, right? Who controls that? It's made out of fucking antimatter. It comes anywhere.
We'll go on to that in a minute. Like, I think
Don't get me
that's good.
started. No. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wind your fucking tits in. Wind your tits in for a couple of seconds.
Go
and
for
let
the rant.
Dara
Go for the rant.
next. Yeah. Dara,
Go for the rant.
I've wound
have
him
you
in.
seen it? Dara, have you seen it?
Yes, I've already seen it. I saw it. Was the day after? Was it? I think it was the day after it come out. Because no, it was the day of. Because usually here in the U.S. sometimes they have theaters that play it the day before, like a preview showing of it. So I saw it the day of, and it was. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I gave it. Yeah, you're not gonna see it because I put a very long secondary bar, so that's my fault. Everyone will know what I am, but they won't see my face. No, I gave it 8 out of 10. Would I go see it again? Yes. Would I recommend it? Sure. But there were a lot of stories of kids going to a movie that's rated R. So I'm like, I don't know if I don't know if I'd recommend it because there are a lot of parents taking their kids to it. Yeah, I see you. Hey, Daily, I see you. I'll know you in the chat.
I see you in the chat.
I see you in the chat. You're about to take it. You're about to take it hard. That's what she said. Unfortunately, that's okay.
Yeah,
You know what? That's okay though, because you know what? At least I could sneak past the coppers. You know, if something case happens, I can just sneak past the coppers. They won't know I'm there. It's just
Suspicious person.
Yeah, that's right. I have a red cap, but you know, they may or may not see me. But yeah, I would see it again. It's just I am not so I'll just be honest off the bat. I'm not too in depth in the whole. I mean, it's great that it's making a lot of movie, but will that change Disney? Will that make Disney better? No, obviously not.
Nope. They will learn nothing from this.
No.
Yeah, of course not. But this is a confirmation bias for them to say, hey, we made a lot of money on this movie, so we're gonna make more. And then you saw the RDJ thing, and I'm just like, wow, I'm so glad I don't watch this stuff anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off the bat of that, this is what I'm on about. Now, the concept of the movie with the music and how it was driven, what age group was this aimed at? That's the thing, because you go
young adults.
Yeah,
I can answer this one. This film was aimed at over 35s.
Yeah, 100%. Yes,
100%.
Yes.
Over
that
the
is
age
what.
of 35.
Have you noticed what Disney have been doing? They've been trying the new audience that don't give a crap, that don't want to invest their own money in the geekdom. Yeah, this movie with the my girlfriend was like, "Oh my god, they've just picked my whole soundtrack." And I was like, "It's a bit lame, but yeah, I understand that." But the rest of it
Too much Madonna.
Yeah, but that drives
Madonna
into
can be forgiven.
a certain thing. Yeah, I can get the soundtrack. I kind of like, yeah, it fits to the purpose. Kind of get that.
Correct.
The TVA stuff, I guarantee that was put in there. Disney were a stipulation of it, because that was the worst bit. That pissed me off. I was like, oh, it was boring in Loki. It's boring still on. Like they completely got rid of the who's the guy who got convicted of abuse?
To Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Plays wasn't it? Yeah, well, you're not
Kang.
introducing that again. It's moved across. So that's what was going on there. People like she's never watched all that crap, and then she was like, it didn't matter. It didn't matter, and I was like, yeah, because it's a bumbling storyline, and it's all there to give that hope of like, oh, the hope is bring back Fox X-Men. And that's why I think it was great to do that, and I love that the nostalgia bits. I kind of give that, but the back of they were doing it old school, like kind of even when they. Sorry, Yarnie, shut your ears. Everybody, shut your ears. Chris Evans, Fantastic Four, Johnny Blaze instead of Captain America. I was like, oh, that is brilliant. I love that because I like that movie because it was fun. it's not a great movie. So they played
Johnny
on
Storm.
that. And that, yeah, Johnny Storm. What I say, Johnny Flames. Flame on!
Johnny Blaze, you're thinking of Ghost Rider.
Yeah, sorry.
Nerd.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, it's there to just give you that. Ooh, what was X-Men probably 1, 2? It was a lot of fun. Fantastic Four, a lot of fun. Now we've just lost that. It needs to be this. Oh, look, we need this pyramid, 5 different movies that are all going to come into head, and then we're going to fuck it up. It's like that. And look at like if you go with Marvel, have really kicked their like heels in a moment of like how they're going to reboot everything or soft reboot or whatever. Like they don't know where to do because they don't recast their main stars of like the main comic stars. So where they're going to go? But this with they did it in a clever way and I hate it with a passion, is the multiverse. They worked it well into this to make it make sense. In everything else they do,
they didn't know.
It pisses me off. But they did it.
Didn't make it make sense.
No, but it makes sense to the normies. It makes sense to the normies introducing loads of Deadpools with everything like, because my girlfriend's like, I don't see the problem. She's a normie. She didn't see the problem with it. Everybody else goes, oh my God, this pisses me off.
Don't they?
Yeah. So that's the thing it is a movie that kicks off the normies to the next phase or whatever they want to call it. And it's just, it is a fun, brilliant kind of go out old school 90s movie. That's the thing. It's aimed at that thing who's got a little bit of money is going to invest in Deadpool. Is there going to be a Deadpool 4? Who knows? Is there going to be a Wolverine movie? You would expect so. Like off that bat, it looks good. To be honest. But let's see what goes on, because the next thing that Disney have never ever done since they got the rights is worked out how they're going to do X-Men, and it's not called the Mutants. It's called X-Men. And that was interesting. In this movie, it's X-Men. They went back. After they said, no, we can't do it. It's, we're a feminist, all female, blah, blah, blah. You can't call it X-Men and not realizing what X-Men were. This might boot up X-Men. It might really boot it up, because next what we've got Fantastic Four, I think is the next big one. And then you've got Agatha.
Agatha's going to be dead on arrival.
Yeah, wipe your bum off that. Yeah. That's the thing is now Disney realizing, certainly in a certain way, with the Russo brothers coming back doing the Avengers brothers, we're doing movies now. Now, will that introduce going forward? They're going to delay the movie. Like, how many weeks does it take? Like, what? Is it popular? Even a month to go to cinema.
You've got 4 weeks. You've got 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Now, if they gave the thing, if they were clever, they would go, all our cinema releases is 6 months.
Yes.
It would make you go.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because we all said
streaming services.
And that's the thing, is all of us said, go and see it. All of us said, go and see it. You'll all enjoy it. It's not a great movie. It make you laugh. You'll have a bit of fun. You have a bit of popcorn, and it's a bit of a giggle. The best things that Shmi said is when people laugh, you were laughing with them. Them little sly comments, you were like, you got it as well. You were like, that's great. I love that little sneak. And I've not heard that in a cinema for ages, and that's what was great about it. And that's the thing.
There was quite a lot, and I'm going to interrupt you because you're fucking talking too much as usual, which is completely fine. And there's the whole point. The amount of digs that Fox, Disney received throughout all of this, I'm surprised that, one, they allowed it to actually go on, because there were quite a few times and I was thinking, oh, mate, they have just kicked fucking Disney in the bollocks there.
A bit close to the corporate knuckle.
Yeah, really close. But the thing is that they've clearly, looking at these numbers, so after its massive and record-breaking opening weekend, Marvel Disney's Deadpool and Wolverine quickly becoming on its way to 500 million. It should have hit it by now. Easily, this is going to hit the billion without any problems. It's going to hit the billion. Now, they've targeted the right audience for this. definitely targeted the right audience. So I wonder how much of this was due to the directors, Ryan Reynolds, Wolverine, stipulations within contracts and things like that, for how it's been targeted to the right demographic in our view. There's quite a lot of fan service throughout this film. I'm trying to stay as spoiler-free as possible. There's quite a lot of fan service throughout. There is some daft bollocks. Disney 100% had to shoehorn in the TVA. They had to get some validation on how bad the TVA is by putting it in this, because it also gives a segue to justify a lot of the multiverse. The multiverse isn't actually a big problem within this, because I know Greg's got his commentary, but if you look at the plot of this film, it is a certain someone disappears from a universe. That universe then starts imploding. TVA comes in, takes away the people that are going to potentially try and save that particular universe. That's fairly clear story to me. And
that's the thing.
The way
my
they
girlfriend
explained it.
Interject pretty quickly. My girlfriend said, "Do I need to watch Loki to understand what the TVA is?" And I said, "No, you don't." And
No,
that's that
because they contained
He's
it.
explained it. It's explained.
Yeah,
Boom in a bubble.
They contained it. They didn't tell the audience you're stupid for not understanding it. They provide the visuals. They said, yeah, I can see the countdown coming. So they've clearly put a time within the universe going poof, and they've removed people from that particular universe. They've explained it quite well. And due to that, you know full well that there's more than one universe out there. And then obviously when the void comes into it, now the antimatter dragon, like Greg said, that was a little bit strange, but in all of these places,
that was in Loki as well. That was in Loki as well.
It is in Loki, but they didn't specifically say why it was there. It was just an entity within that. Was it a problem? No, not for me, because at the end of the day, they've got umpteen people in this void. All of the cameos that you did see. And the one thing I will say, and hopefully Yarnie's got her ears covered for this one. How many people thought Wesley Snipes looked ill?
I thought he looked old or ill, but then 100%, I'm having him back as Blade.
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh, 100%. He just looked ill and out of place to me.
I'm not dissing anybody, but he looked like a vegan.
I blame the reshoots for that, because they had to reshoot a lot of stuff in between.
Yeah,
and I'm actually surprised that he's in the movie, considering his history of Ryan Reynolds with Blade 3. So I'm actually,
apparently there was that whole thing, and they said that was complete bull.
Yeah,
it wasn't there. So how much you don't know about these Hollywood stars there, It might have been, like you was in their trailer 2 minutes too long. I was at the time. I was, woo! I thought I was it. You never know. So
Jay Tapiers, however, joined us. No takes.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, my friend? Right.
Good.
It took you long enough.
Would you recommend the film?
I know. It's the timing. Would I recommend the film? Yes, I would. We actually spoke about this a little bit yesterday when we were playing some First Ascendant. And I kind of heard some of what you guys were talking about as I was trying to join the stream here. And I think a good way to put it is yes. Is it a great film? No. Is it a great blockbuster? Yes. Yes. It's everything you want out of a blockbuster. It's not taking itself too seriously. It's fun. It's got a decent script in terms of the story. The dialogue's pretty funny / some heart to it throughout the whole thing. The action's great. The effects look good, which is a rare W for Disney these days. Yeah, in terms of, everything you want a summer blockbuster to be, where you can slip into a theater and fall into some escapism for a couple hours, I think it did it.
Jay, I have to say that your spoiler-free review on Deadpool and Wolverine, that was a fantastic video. I highly recommend you guys go watch it. It was great.
Thank you so much. And also, by the way, I forgot to say, so great to see you again, Yarnie. I'm glad you're back here.
Thanks, you. No, it's good to see you. I missed you guys. Thank you.
By the way, speaking on the special effects, do you know that the TVA set is actually a practical set and not effect?
It's practical, yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, I can buy that. Yep.
Yeah.
It looked real.
They had actual time travel windows and everything.
Right. Yeah.
And speaking of the TVA, I thought this was the best usage of the TVA since its inception with Loki season 1, because I'm not a fan of Loki. I hate that the TVA essentially destroys the idea of free will and all that in the universe. I think it's ridiculous. I think it was horrible storytelling. And they were trying to go for a complex kind of story that ends up just being, one, very simple. There's nothing complex to it. And two, destroys so much of what goes on in the MCU up to that point and now going forward. But in this kind of vacuum, I thought it worked. I thought it was the best use of it, where you didn't have a lot of that free will. I mean, to a degree with the pruning of universes and all that, but it didn't feel as kind of
they didn't over-explain it. That's the thing. That's the thing. Everything the MCU Marvel does over-explain. In the context, they make everybody. Everybody watches everything. All the viewers, I need to explain it because you're all dumb. And that's
in the context of this film. So to reiterate what Jay said there, in the context of this film, the TVA worked.
Yep.
100% it worked. Because they appear out of nowhere, Deadpool doesn't know who they are. Whereas technically, because he's fourth wall breaking, he should have known who they are. But that's part of me being fucking pernickety over the fact that Deadpool is fourth wall breaking. But in the context of this film, the TVA worked from start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely. And even in that, beginning part, say you haven't watched Loki or you have no idea what the TVA is, which I'm sure a lot of people didn't watch Loki and didn't know what it was. That little exposition dump when they're in the interrogation room, followed by that, very meta joke, but it works for Deadpool, where he's just like, wow, that was a shit ton of exposition for a third sequel, whatever the hell he calls it.
Yep.
It was a nice little, in a bubble wrap up of what exactly the TVA is. Not going to go too much further into it. This is what it is. If you haven't seen Loki, here you go. Make a joke about the fact that we just kind of exposition dump the hell out of you and move on, which I thought was a good way to handle it.
I want to piggyback off something you just said there as well, but about the whole free will thing. So does that mean, because we established that anchor beings are a thing, right? Does that mean Kang willingly killed Tony Stark to kill the anchor being of the MCU? Technically,
I guess if you start work, I haven't even started to work backwards with kind of the implications of anchor beings as far as what it means to what came before it. Because
it ruins every universe.
No, it doesn't. Because what you're saying is that Tony Stark is the anchor in that universe. It could be Joe Bloggs, who's the janitor.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It doesn't mean who is the anchor in that universe. It was
doesn't work as a model, though. Because every universe exists, and everyone's got an alternate reality in every universe.
Correct.
And it exists they exist for the same time. There's 13.8 billion years in each universe. So I mean, even just the number of people that have evolved in humanity and lived through all of those universes, they can't all be anchor beings in one universe. So, like, what the fuck? So people only live 100 years max. How are they having so many anchor beings and not having all of these timelines dying constantly?
Well, I guess
there's a flaw in that logic.
Right. Well, I guess.
I mean, you have to bear in mind this.
One at a time.
Go ahead, Abe. No, go ahead, Abe.
I was just going to say, you have to bear in mind that there are other dimensions within each timeline as well. So, like Dormammu, for example, there's going to be multiple versions of Dormammu in every single different timeline.
Correct.
And also, when we've seen in other shows, like Moon Knight, and as we've seen in the films with Thor: Love and Thunder and Black Panther, there are these other sort of afterlife type realms that appeal to each individual culture. And there's multiple versions of them. So, it does create this problem of out of a near infinitesimal number of beings in every single timeline. It could be any random thing. Yeah. The anchor of one universe could be a rock.
Yeah,
it's almost like whoever came up with the entire idea of this, like anchor beings, creating the fucking timeline paradox, all that bullshit. It's almost like whoever came up with this idea was shit at their job of writing a story.
Disagree. Right, I'll let Greg go Because Greg was trying to say something.
Well, no, I think I was done.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you guys on the whole
Please.
fucking anchor being state. Right. So during the course of this film, it is determined that there's an anchor being of such importance in every single universe that without that anchor being, the universe essentially implodes after 1,000 odd years or whatever, and then dies out. Right.
Makes no sense.
No, hold on. A person within the timeline. That could be at any point of time. Remember, TVA spans all time. It could be someone at the start of that particular universe at 1 year in. Could be someone right at 13.8 billion years. You've got to look at it, the time as completely irrelevant to the equation here, because the anchor being can exist at any point.
Right.
And that person could exist far into the future. It just means that this universe is going to exist for a long time. But when this anchor being comes about and that anchor being goes, the universe is on a time limitation after that point.
Correct.
And I agree with Tomby here on that. That's how I interpreted this, is that, yes, everything has an anchor being, and that universe is sustained and thriving until that anchor being dies, which is, again, could it be, and the one we're looking at
if every
right
universe
now,
has an anchor being, every universe is doomed, because every anchor being is unless you call in some of the immortals anchor beings that would be able to keep the universe alive, they're inevitably going to die, and that universe is going to end after 1,000 years.
Okay. How I perceived it is slightly different. I'm going to go with Tomby and Jay here. I agree. The way I perceived it is not if they died, it's if they died in a way they shouldn't have. And that disrupts the timeline. Because if Logan lived out whatever, Wolverine life or whatever, how many he's going to degrade, then the timeline sustains itself. But he died in a sacrifice in an unnatural way that he should have died because he regenerates. If that happens, I think that's how I perceived it, is he shouldn't have. And I think that's in the first scene is when Deadpool tries to dig him up. Sorry, spoilers. Is like that's the catalyst. It's their unnatural deaths. It's like they might have like 100 year and they died after 20. That's the catalyst. It's like something happened that shouldn't have happened. There was an interruption in the normal span of their life. If they died of old age, their timeline is natural and it would carry on. You know,
I think it's fairly easy for me to say that just off the back of what Stasis has said there, you've got Wolverine existing in a universe, and I'm just going to grab this cup of tea from the whiffle. She'll reach across in a second. See, look, magic cup of tea flying through the air. Come closer, woman. I can't fucking reach. Fucking hell.
Don't reach over.
Little arms.
Bloody fucking cow. Oh, the fucking tide is out on this.
No, reaching around again.
Half a cup. The rest of it's on the stairs.
The fucking tide's out.
The rest of it's on the stairs.
Look, I've got such a big cup, and the fucking cup of tea's there. Fucking silly woman. Look, fucking look at that tide.
Yeah, you're going to see a baseball bat in the back of your head in a minute, or a frying pan. It's going to be
right. Anyway,
but here's the funny
part. I just want to finish.
The cup of tea. That's what you get for defending the fucking anchor beings. You get a half full cup of tea.
Yeah. Anyway, right. I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish off. I'm going to finish off with my anchor being fucking point. So there you've got Wolverine, who's died earlier than expected. The time limit then starts, and then the universe kicks off. Now, the reason why I think that makes sense, and why, yes, coming back to Greg's point, there's going to be millions upon billions. Every single universe would technically have an anchor being. We don't know who those anchor beings are, but in Wolverine's case, and in Logan's case, in the universe for Logan, at some point, he was supposed to do something to save that universe. By dying earlier than expected, he is no longer there, and therefore the universe explodes, or the universe falls over. Every universe has got that rule applied to it, And coming back to Bills, I know they don't mention that in the TVA, and it was never mentioned in the TVA, but the context of Loki and the TVA at that point was completely different.
Right.
Was completely different. You've also got to take in 2 seconds. You've also got to take into context how you make a film about Deadpool 3 or Deadpool in this movie. What is his goal? What is his story arc? From the get-go in Deadpool #1, it's all about, and a lot of people would say, actually, Deadpool's a bit of a dickhead, but throughout Deadpool #1, 2, and 3, it's all about saving either Vanessa or his friends or his close party or group. That's all it is. Now, with the anchor being in this case, they have tied together a new concept, not seen in Loki. Don't really care. I never fucking watched Loki because it was all just fucking bullshit anyway. But they have tied together the goal for Deadpool throughout the movie. They've tied together the TVA's plot within that film and the anchor, and technically they've also put the void in there as well because they're trying to prevent the universe from going on past 1,000 years.
The thing is, I think they try to do, as I was saying, is explain it is like with the anchor, not everybody needs to be a hero. They constantly say this in the movie about heroes, blah, blah, you're not a hero, you're the hero, not a hero. And I think that is with the anchor, they're not a hero. Like I say, let's say this is a multiverse. Greg could be our anchor. God help us.
How do you know?
No. Wanker, not anchor.
It could be that simple.
Anchor being.
I've got to speak.
You're an
gentlemen.
anchor. You're an anchor.
A wanker being.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being.
Well, one thing too, I think that that goes along with kind of what Greg's question of is the idea of, would if every universe were to have this anchor being and that anchor being dies, that'd be the end of the universe. I do think that is part of what is set up in, this version of what a multiverse is that, not every universe will last, forever. They will, a lot of these will end, some prematurely, some will have their run. It's kind of like, to me, I look at it as, in real life, the Earth itself, we all know at some point the Earth will go by what, sun explodes, the Earth goes along with it type of thing. I think every universe does come to an end in that regard, which is something that I think they go with on this. Now, they don't deliberately say that, but the idea of having people, as Paradox says in the movie, they go around pruning a lot of or used to go around pruning these universes, tells you that, in this scenario, much like in real life, nothing's going to last forever. Every universe will collapse. I think the question then becomes, how do they keep the sacred timeline that they love so much going on for as long as they want to? Because you'd have to imagine eventually that would have an end too. But in terms of the idea of, every universe would eventually end, which I think is a theme with kind of like the Fox universe in this movie. They expect all universes at some point or another to end. It's just a matter of when and how quickly, which is kind of the whole part of Paradox in this is that, he doesn't want to wait around the 1,000 some odd years for this one to end. He wants to try to show them there's an efficient way of just pruning them and blah, 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 all that.
Can I just say, the acting of Matthew McFadden, who played Paradox, seemed a bit more freestyle than the usual acting that you see in the movie. It's almost like he ad-libbed most of the scenes. They were just like, we're just going to roll with that.
One thing I noticed about his performance, Smoo, and I don't know if you guys noticed this in your theaters that you watched, he was supposed to be comic relief, obviously, with the way that he acted in a lot of his stuff, but it felt like it didn't hit as much as the other comedy in the movie. Like my theater wasn't laughing all that much at his kind of bits of goofiness and things like that. Yeah, it felt like
that was deliberate.
Kind of missed a bit.
I think that was deliberate because it sets the audience up not to like him.
Yeah, he was cartoonishly British evil bad guy. That's what, like the cliche British bad guy that you get.
Oh,
in some things.
He was full on a fucking bellend. I mean,
he was. Yeah, he was.
And actually, another part that I'm thinking of as I'm just kind of staring at the poster here, I think that also as well, they set up the concept that even if a universe loses its anchor beam, something can happen or somebody can prove to have enough, heroic or meaningful impact with their life that it can then be replaced by somebody else who kind of takes that spot in. So I'm not sure that anchor beam Can't just be
worse,
passed off.
because the anchor being of that universe isn't special enough to save the universe by their actions. Any old one will do. So they're not unique, they're not special, none of the universes are special, none of the anchor beings are anchor beings, and it's all fucking bullshit.
I get your
following 3000 AD and DC Comics and not Marvel Comics, because they're too convoluted, there's too many characters, and all the plots are too complex. So fuck Marvel.
I definitely don't disagree that the multiverse is a convoluted concept that it's been overdone to death. That I would 100% agree with. I think in this movie, I found it to be done one of the ways that I like the most. And I would even push back a little bit on the idea that any old one could do in terms of replacing the anchor beam, because you see the journey these two go on. And it's a fairly epic, heroic journey of self-sacrifice for the both of them, making up for mistakes in the past and that. So I think it still does take a considerable amount of heroism, at least by this movie's logic, to then replace that anchor beam. It's not so much like somebody just wakes up, gets ready for work, and all of a sudden, holy shit, I'm the next anchor beam. It takes a bit of some heroism and self-sacrifice and all that to be able to replace it. Again, I don't disagree, Greg, that I am sick to death of the multiverse convoluted storylines. And it looks like that's what Marvel's headed for even more with another topic that we have later on. But I just thought that this was right. I just thought that this and No Way Home were two of the better uses of the multiverse.
Here's a quick question
then, Madness, for example.
Does anybody on the panel like the concept, or did their eyes roll back on the multiverse? Anybody here go hands up? I actually like the multiverse because you can introduce different characters.
Yeah. Okay. So before we answer that, just like the final topic note of the anchor being, if you have to have them, then they should not be replaceable, because if they are replaceable, you kill the need to have them in the first place.
Exactly.
From a writing standpoint. But if you have to have them, then fine. But you can only have them if they are non-replaceable, because as soon as you make it a replaceable thing, then why have it in the first place if it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things?
It's a pointless
if it is replaceable, right?
Well, also think about Doctor Strange 2. Doctor Strange is.
I don't want to think about Doctor Strange 2.
Please do you mean WandaVision?
His very presence in another universe started to cause an incursion, which would lead to the destruction of that universe anyway.
Yeah, but that's a completely different shithole, because that's whoever wrote fucking Doctor Strange 2
Michael
was just
Waldron.
mentally
None of it makes
retarded.
sense.
I mean, ultimately, that's all of it, isn't it?
Yes,
it's just like the comics. The films are now as retarded as the comics always have
Exactly.
Right.
That's my point.
In the multiverse,
That is exactly my point.
Right, go. No takes. Go.
No, I was just going to say, I think to push back a little bit on Hanayama's point of, I get what you mean by the importance of the anchor beam. I keep saying being, but I do think, it's one of those things where, like I said, I'm done with the multiverse. I think much like the comics, it just messes things up, makes them all convoluted. I'm done with it.
Yep.
And how this movie then, like Abe just brought up, Multiverse of Madness and Strange's presence in there, throwing everything into disarray. It doesn't make sense with what came before it. So I'm trying to look at this one as almost like a reset point of or at least it's in a vacuum of itself in this individual movie and how they did it, which again, I liked how they did it in this. And I think it worked in terms of kind of what Tomby said earlier. How do you create a story to bring Deadpool into this universe, give him a purpose, give him a thing to go on, all that. I just think in terms of the replacement of the anchor being, I think it works to a degree if it's something of this humongous amount of self-sacrifice, heroism, all that. I don't disagree that it does, seem like it cheapens the idea of an anchor being. And then at that point, again, like you said, why even bother with the concept? I think, it's definitely not the sharpest writing. I mentioned that, I believe in my review, that it's not the tightest script. It's not the sharpest writing, that's for sure. I'm kind of trying to look at it as how they made it work for this. And was it enough to kind of progress the story, get it by, and kind of get you to a point where now you can go forward with it? Because well, I don't want to skip ahead to Robert Downey Jr. and all that, but you have a feeling this is probably going to take some kind of effect with how they tell those stories too. So it was
So
definitely a
the-
bit
the-
of a we
the
need to
problem-
kind of like set up how we go forward type of thing.
But this
from
is the
mess that we've
dumbass
made.
Disney. The dumbass Disney is they wanted straight away off the Avengers movie when they first started, like the phases, is they wanted that pyramid. They wanted this interconnecting thing, and then they realized, oh, there's more popular characters outside this pyramid that we've built, like Wolverine. It doesn't fit in their Avenger pyramid. Doesn't. The X-Men doesn't fit in there. Ghost Rider doesn't fit in their pyramid. At the moment, they're popular characters. Where they're going to fit, like Blade, not going to fit in there. They are standalone characters within their own little bubble that people love, and I want to see, and I want to see kick ass. I don't want to see, let's go for Blade with bloody Captain America. That would be stupid. It might work in a comic on a one-off, but it's bloody stupid.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this particular section, and I just wanted to put in my last 2 pence worth in support of Greg's perspective on this one, in terms of the replacing of the anchor being with a different Wolverine from a different universe was retarded. Because it also supports Abe's perspective that you end up with incursions and problems.
Right.
Now, I do agree that the anchor being can be replaced, but it has to be replaced with someone in that universe that steps up to the mark. And it's got to be the only way the anchor being can exist, can be replaced, can work.
So
taking a Wolverine from another universe just introduces problems. That was retarded, but for the context of this film, it was enough for it to be okay.
Just to finish off on the multiverse thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not opposed to multiverses as a general concept in fiction. I mean, I grew up reading Michael Moorcock with the conjunction of the million spheres in the Eternal Champion. I took Michael Moorcock.
I walked into that one.
The conjunction of the million spheres with Elric and the Eternal Champion. That's the first multiverse, and then I encountered in fiction, and then also another one is The Adventures of Luther Arkwright, which is Brian Talbot's 3-volume graphic novel set that was designed with the multiverse as its core trunk, and all of the plot devices and characters hung off it. Whereas with the MCU, what you've got is Iron Man, the Iron Man trilogy, some Avengers movies, a couple of other bits and bobs, and then we've got a multiverse which we have to tap in, and everything goes to shit because they didn't plan it right from the beginning. So they've added it in to keep it fresh, and it's fucked everything.
But everybody forgets that Iron Man wasn't a popular comic.
Correct.
It wasn't a popular comic.
That's
like if everybody goes, you name DC to Marvel, there's going to be Spider-Man, Batman, Superman.
Yep. Smooth.
That's it.
Smooth. Right, we're gonna move on. Smooth, can you just show me that image again?
Well, this one.
Try and get it in focus.
Perfect.
Get it.
Oh,
I got news for you, hombre.
38 seconds later.
oh yeah.
Anyway, I had to do it.
Tomby, actually, if you don't mind, you just brought up a point that I actually brought up a question that I'd love to ask the panel, just really quickly before we move on. First of all,
from that picture?
No, not that. I do agree with you, Greg, there on in terms of the multiverse. I do think it's a really interesting sci-fi, concept to go into. I just think, like you said, the way Marvel's doing it is a cheap way to introduce new characters. I totally agree there. But Tommy, something you said, which I'm interested in getting the panel's answer on, because I saw it a little differently, is the idea of who was the anchor beam that replaced the Logan of that universe. Because I actually interpreted it as Deadpool was from that universe and was the actual one who becomes the new anchor beam. given one his attempt to make that sacrifice first over Wolverine.
Oh, you're going for a
also the
redemption
fact that
story.
right? And then the fact that it was his movie and kind of him being the one that brings all of them into the universe of Marvel MCU.
Oh,
save it.
who
So
cares?
who
cares?
I actually think he was the one that
convoluted.
was the anchor
No.
beam, not so much the replacing with the Wolverine.
Well, it could have been.
Let Jay
but what-
finish. Let Jay
I think
finish.
that is 100%. It
Good
could have been, but what the thing is, if you go to the movie, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna have a giggle, and you're gonna fucking love it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's
Even-
the point. Don't think about the plot.
Greg, I
Yeah.
missed your opinion on it in the beginning. Did you enjoy it, or did this stuff
Yeah.
kind of deter you from? Oh, okay.
I said I
Yes.
thought it was like dumb fun. The characters were good. The fights were good. The plot just terrible.
So yeah, so I
So
think
many
Honestly,
holes,
I
right?
think
Even with
that the
that
further
convolution.
we get into the MCU, the more I'm starting to think maybe Kang was right. Just one timeline.
Right. Kang, not the actor. Just
to be honest, I'm just so
Yeah,
happy
not
we
the
got half
actor.
these
You know,
Isn't he? He's no longer Kang. Is now
No.
gone. They've done a very
Yeah.
quiet erase.
So I have a
Because
question about
because with TVA,
Hmm.
he was the instrument of this whole movie.
yes.
Yeah.
Go Smoke.
I reckon as well that they had bought so much green for Kang's outfits that when they changed direction on Kang, that their hand was forced with the new direction.
Yeah.
'Cause
So,
they
go
was
Smoke,
like, what the fuck are we
Smoke.
going to do with all this green fabric?
Let's move go.
So what I was thinking was, since Kang is no more, does that mean Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't happen? What? So does that mean Kang died in that movie?
Yep.
Because the Council of Kangs is still there, but he technically died in Ant-Man 3 if you really think about it, which is kind of silly. But
Does
well,
Yeah.
you know, infinite
right,
villains
let's
mean infinitely
move on.
nothing.
Let's fucking move on.
Always remember, he died in Ant-Man, he died to a butter knife, and he died by himself. Kang is an idiot.
You're not fucking wrong. You're not fucking
That's even
wrong.
the dumbest thing about it.
Yeah,
Right.
and the Kang variant's career in real life died because of his own actions.
Fucking wankers,
Well-
stop fucking talking. We're moving on to a fucking different thing.
Sorry, Tommy, I
Who
actually
the
made
fuck
it
is
out,
this?
that's my
Should
fault.
I just kick him out?
No.
Right.
Somebody
Now,
muted.
now we're gonna focus on Gina Carano for a little bit. As we all know, the Disney attempt to throw out the court case and the whole thing has basically just been given a big fuck you by the judge. Judge and the court denies the defendant's motion to have it set out, to have it chucked away at the impenetrable defense, which is perfect. Fucking
Hell,
fair play
yes.
to Gina Carano. Wish her all the best for it. Now, the thing that I really wanted to focus on today.
I think it was Gina Carano. It's not anybody who gets fucking fucked over by their own company, who they loved.
Yeah.
This is literally.
Who's
this
fighting
is
with
the
Mike?
precedent. This is Greg. Are you mating your mic again?
No,
He's
Greg is
muted himself all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's it. He's gone in. He swallowed it again. He swallowed it.
Yeah,
He's
Him a
going
couple of
all
minutes. Yeah, he's gone all in. Yeah, like this is a precedent. I love this because this is a precedent
Yes.
of like big corporations who think they got the order police. Even if it's like mid tier, they think, you know what? F you, we're the big boys. This is good. And I like how this is playing out now because this should have never happened. This should never be at the point it should be at.
correct.
If it was, it should have been settled because there was nothing done wrong. And I
Correct.
think most people with a brain cell would agree with that. And I've hopefully this gives some lots of companies a bit of
Pause for thought.
yes.
Yes, because I mean the thing is, we all know
What's that?
what happened.
Sorry, it's
Channy.
it's Channy.
Greg.
She's ever since
Is-
Kronos left, she's been extra
Ah,
loud.
bless
and
her
she
heart.
sounds
Oh,
even-
I thought that someone had a pet pterodactyl.
she sounds like a pterodactyl, and there's a lot more passion ever since Chronos passed.
Oh,
I'm so
bless her.
sorry.
No,
She's
No,
telling
it's
me
all
very
right.
loud.
It's all good. It's all good. So we all know the
My
story.
kid woke me up at 4:30. That was the same noise I heard.
So
probably quite a bit louder.
So we all know what happened with Gina. Basically, she posted a tweet, wasn't actually in support of anything, was just making a tweet, and Disney threw her under the bus and ejected her out from Disney and The Mandalorian. Fired, even though it was clear Pedro Pascal did something very, very similar, if not worse, same as fucking Mark Ruffalo, and nothing's happened. No penalties, no slaps on the wrist have ever gone across the other way. So it was clear certainly from our perspectives that Kathleen Kennedy definitely had a problem, or someone had a problem with Gina Carano within the program or within Disney, and they were looking for an excuse or looking for a reason. Now, obviously, that resulted in the firing, and everybody that's on this panel, everybody that's in most of the people that are on Twitter within the fellowship or within our kind of like sphere of community are all massively in support of Gina, and we wish her all the best for this, and we really, really, really do hope that this goes all the way and Disney get fucking pulled right over the coals. I want it to be almost, I'm going to say the fucking word, an anchor point for fucking other companies to stop fucking behaving the same way Disney has in this case, because Disney were fucking disgraceful and disgusting in their way of they've handled this. They could have easily at any point in time walked back what they did, but they failed. And the more that time has gone on, the more they've dug their heels in. They know they've got a fucking problem. So I hope she wipes the fucking floor with them. They're going to. But the real good news with this, and this is probably some of the best thing that I've seen on the internet since probably, if we're talking about court cases, since definitely the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, Gina Carano calls for Pedro Pascal, Kathleen Kennedy to testify over the Mandalorian finding. The actress claimed Disney discriminated against her by turning a blind eye to politically charged posts from her male co-stars, which is proven. Definitely a complete blind eye. There was no firing of the male teams. So Gina Carano's legal battle over her firing from the Mandalorian could feature a star-studded cast of witnesses, including Pedro Pascal, Jon Favreau, and ex-Disney chief Bob Chapek. In a joint filing from the ex-MMO fighter and Disney, Carano pointed to those names as potential witnesses that could be called to testify in her case. She's also included Bear Grylls, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, and Lynn Hale, the engineer of the publicity campaign behind Star Wars. The July 26 court document previews issues to be raised at the trial, such as whether Carano was under contract when Disney purportedly terminated her for voicing right-wing opinions on social media. I don't think she fucking did.
She didn't.
She did not fucking do that. And
she made a post about witch hunts, and then subsequently became the subject of one.
Of a witch hunt.
Proving her point.
Yep.
Exactly. She didn't say one side or the other. All of us have been screaming this for ages.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's the kind of a retweet to a narrative that wasn't actually there. And I love this because the whole point is what she's doing is these are people who have bastardized Twitter as it was for their own gain until Elon Musk took over. Now we know it's been publicized. She's got Elon Musk a bit of money, bit of her lawyers, whatever, behind her team. And now they can't backtrack on what they previously said because, sorry, you're saying the X platform was your firing point. But they said much, much worse. And they have said much worse. They've segregated and discriminated against people directly. She was given a narrative against somebody else's tweet and said this should never happen again. Never, like in history. She was like, learn from your history, learn from your past. This should never happen. Whereas Pablo Pascal, I think his tweet was blatantly like, to paraphrase, I'm not going to say criminalize, whatever, is literally destroy all Trump supporters. If you aren't, you're a retard. That's kind of what he was saying in his tweet, what I've kind of recollect.
He was directly, at least the one that I'm thinking of, he was directly comparing anybody who supports Trump to some of the worst people in humanity's history of at least the recent, few generations. And I think what's most interesting about her case here and her side of the story is, it's like you said, this tweet here is simply saying, or this post, whatever it was on Instagram, is simply pointing out a historical thing that happened and saying, let's not do it again. And how funny is it that the side who took issue with her posting this tends to be the one who is doing the things of which she warned, is warning against repeating itself. And for it, she got fired. She lost quite a bit for it.
It was that literally 1%. Can we literally? I'm not going to diss anybody who's in HR that much, but like that's not your career goal.
No,
literally, that is literally HR. Is that your career goal? No, you want to be a fireman. You want to be blah blah blah. They went. If you can find that 1% that we can fire on, then we'll go for it.
Exactly.
And then she did that 1%, blah blah blah, done. And that was it. They thought she's a UFC star. She's literally a nobody. Nobody cares about her. Unfortunately, and it's the greatest thing. Is she the greatest actress? No. Was she the greatest in Mandalorian? No. Was she liked outside the what she does? Yes, she is. Because she actually tells the truth. She's not the greatest actress. I wouldn't pick her. I wouldn't go, yes, I'm going to have you as one of my actions hero. But can she hold herself? Is she very liked? Does she appreciate the fans? Yes, she does. And that's what they fucked up on. Is because the fans went, you know what? I kind of like you because you talk the truth. You're one of us. That's it. As soon as you get like that, and that's why like you got like the shit comes out of Mark Hamill's brain. Like you were one of us. Now you're, oh my God, you're literally one of the fucking blah blah blah. You ain't got a brain.
Right. She respected the audience, and in return, we respect her back. Especially in today's day and age, we can smell when you're being disrespectful. Like we see it. We're extra sensitive to all these people being disrespectful to the fans and to the audience. And now we have somebody who's A, being authentic, B, being respectful, and C, being a fucking grown up about all of it. So of course she earned our respect and support. It just it makes me so mad because God forbid they can't have anybody like that be in the spotlight. So
but the thing is with that, like on that point, it's the people that are anti-defending her going, oh my God, she literally racist, blah, 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 are the people who suck in everything. All the media, oh my God, this corporation do not give a shit about me. They just want that shareholder price. They're telling the truth. They're telling the truth. And then the people going, hold it, I'm going to sit back here. I'm actually going to read and take a moment and actually look at the truth. And actually read what's going on. And like, sounds a bit dodgy. It sounds a bit funky.
Yeah, and to kind of support that, I think that's a real key thing. There is that we have people who want to think for themselves and people who don't want to think for themselves. The people who want to be told what to think are doing one thing, and then people who like to go, like you said, I'm going to take a step back and look at things and actually do the thinking for myself and actually do some fact checking. We're seeing a real divide in people doing that, and. Next time I have a feminist tell me that I need to vote based off of my gender, can go fucking doorknob and die in a fire.
That is it's in America at the moment. You've got the left and like the liberal, the blue, like the Harris now, and then you've got the right, I suppose, red as a Donald Trump. But you've got that also ones who then go, I need to support Disney.
Yeah,
whoever supports a corporation. Like in their right mind, goes, oh my God, I need to like support this, like people who probably make 80% in a sweatshop in China, like by 8-year-old kids. It's like very bizarre. And I'm like, how are you defending somebody who doesn't give anybody anything back unless they're I hate to say it, like probably bribing people.
Yeah, and what's especially ironic is that I think that the large group of the people that are defending these corporations, especially Disney, are also the same people who historically, at least, correct me if I'm wrong, here in the States, were like, "Hey, stick it to the man, be the change you want to see in the world," fuck large corporations. Historically, at least a decade or two ago, those same people who were saying that are now the ones going, Disney is better and you're wrong and let's protect these corporations. It's the weirdest thing.
It's
such a
fuck
weird
the big
phenomenon.
corporations. It's fuck the big corporations until their bottom line is affected.
Yeah.
Basically,
But
yeah.
the
Basically what I
corporations
said.
are they're customer service. They are customer service people. That's all they got to care about. That's it.
Yes.
That is it. Look at Cadbury's. Cadbury's left the UK. Their bottom line went bang because they fucked it up. Like the British people were like, no, we're not doing that anymore. But nobody went, oh my God, defend Cadbury's because they moved abroad. It's like, no, just gonna stop buying you because you're chocolate shit. Now, like Disney's slightly different. It's like we're gonna buy the crap that's still crap.
So focusing on the tweet, guys. Ultimately, Gina Carano retweeted an already existing tweet, which was because history is edited. Most people don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that different from hating someone for their political views? And Gina simply added, Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Well, to be honest, they were beaten by all of them. And that's historically accurate. It's not anti-Semitic. There is no hidden agenda there. There is no hidden emotions or attacking any individual person or any particular group or any particular race. There is nothing in there that granted Disney the rights or the abilities to eject Gina the way that they did.
Yeah,
so
and
in
I
the
think
grand scheme of things, they are going to get the fucking asses handed to them. The others did more, but in particular, because I haven't heard him talk as much as he should do, what are your thoughts behind this, Dara?
I think she has a possibility of winning it. Obviously, she got the thing to go through, so Disney lost that bout. But at the end of the day, though, people who don't care don't think ahead, and so this is the result of that consequence. And maybe Disney will lose a lot of money. Maybe they won't. But at the end of the day, though, is Disney going to still be around? Yes, Disney's going to still be around. Would it be better if Disney was on its hands and knees and had its arms and hands cut off? Sure. But at the end of the day, though, much isn't going to change for Disney. Yeah, Gina Carano may win, but Disney's still going to be Disney, and that's that. That's the basis of it. There's not much going to change from it other than Disney still being Disney.
Well,
it could there's going to be a financial... Yeah, Greg, go ahead.
I was going to say, it could affect their share price.
That's my perspective.
There are vultures circling. Nelson Peltz has said that he would buy again at 65 cents for the share, and they're 30 cents off that. So if they take a lot of really bad shareholder anxiety-inducing press over the next 6 months to a year, it could get to a point where Nelson Peltz and the various people that work with him, plus Elon, who's financing this entire legal battle. I mean, say he's doing this to drive the share price down and then snap up Disney like that. You could buy it with
that's an assumption. That's
it's an assumption. It's a hypothesis, but it's something.
I think it's more of a precedence. I think he's doing it in a way. Is this a precedence? You've got literally the person who was behind the kiosk, like literally was, do you want to sign this DEI thing? No, sorry, I don't agree with that. Literally, you're sacked. They now would have a case. They got that precedent. They can announce, Gina Carano versus Disney presidents. That is what they need to do. Once that happens, I think that maybe their shares will go down. It might piss off people, but I hate to say it, unless Disney changes 5 years time, nobody's gonna give a shit. They're such a big brand. They've got such a strong hold on unities on XYZ. What we do not know. It's not going to kill him. It's the only thing that's going to hurt him is at the moment is the tax thing implication with the Santos. That's it. Once they kind of goes, it's literally
absolutely.
once that goes past, he's out of the picture. Will they make a new government agreement? Possible. It's literally they are so big because whatever you think about them, they are one of the biggest employers, or probably the biggest employers in like outside of like the government's sectors in the United States as a private entity. So, do you want to fuck them off? Probably not so much. Do you want to change them? Yeah, you kind of want to instigate that. If you do this again, you're going to court, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose a lot of money.
It's a catch-22. It's a catch-22.
100%, 100%.
I think to some degree, to kind of bridge the gap between both perspectives there, I think, yes, it's probably looking too much into it to think that this could change, everything for Disney. Yes. But I also think it's looking past it a little bit to think that it won't help, because I do think that the change that has to come from Disney would be a culmination of a lot of different things. Things like losing very publicized lawsuits like this, on top of the battle going on in Florida, on top of their movies flopping and losing all this money. So on its own, will it change anything at Disney? Probably not, but it's another, shot across the bow, so to speak, or another kind of black eye punch in the face that is part of the fight that's going on that eventually will knock you out if you keep taking more shots like that.
I think the best thing they can do is actually the workers' rights in America. This is going to help them. But like most of us, we're all probably nerds. We want the Marvel change, blah, blah, blah. We want something that Star Wars to change. But this will help the workers' rights. Because I hate to say it, in America, you've got one of the worst, shittest workers' rights in the world. Like, or things like that. So will this help? It probably helps slightly in the thing other corporations going, ooh, we could be fucked over. But will it help what we believe as, the Mandalorian, Star Wars, Marvel? Right. Fuck it. No, sorry. No, it's not going to help. This is about workers' rights. This is what's got to change in the United States and America. It's like that. Like everybody else has better rights in, it's not a third world country, but sometimes in certain states, it's kind of bringing it back. Like you can go, oh, sorry, gone, bye, fuck you later.
I don't see it like that, Stasis. I see it like the workers' rights that have been infringed are a vehicle to get to discovery. Because Elon has declared that since his son Xavier was transed, he declared war on the woke mind virus. He wants to destroy the woke mind virus. That's why he bought Twitter. He wants to destroy all aspects of the woke mind virus in order to save humanity, in order that we can get to Mars. So that's part of his long-term strategy to get to Mars, is that Disney, as the biggest cultural proponent of DEI and wokeism, is destroyed.
It's still an assumption. It's still speculation.
Right, but you could argue it's an assumption that nothing changes either. Nothing.
I'm not saying nothing won't change. I'm just saying to say that Elon's going to be the big solver of it is the assumption. It's like people saying for YouTube.
I don't think it's
YouTube, Elon.
Here we go. Like the guy who dresses up like Donald Duck for 12-hour shift. Yeah. And he wants that break or whatever, he or she who's in the suit. Are they going to get now change workers' rights? Possibly not. But can they now go and argue about it? Possibly they can have a little bit of like, I need another 2-hour break.
They can have credibility now.
Yeah, well, that is what I'm on about. It's not the bigger person. It's not the DEI. It's not the shit we heard about the press. It's not that. It's the little people. Can the little people go? Literally, I need that literally a little bit more from Disney because they're so big. And who they hire? And they fuck them over. They fuck over everybody because everybody's got that dream. It used to be like I'm gonna go for. It's going to be like the America dream with Disney. Everybody's heard of Disney. Walt Disney, bloody, it came with the America dream after Walt Disney got that big. The Disney thing. Disney, back in the day, were the dreamland, the marvelous theater. You could get family friendly. Oh my God, do you want to be Cinderella? I would love. You've got to be in character all the time. oh my God, this is going to be great. Now, what are they doing to them? It's literally like a sweat house. That's the problem.
Yep.
Is the people who are frontline who are putting on that smile 12 hours a day that they need to protect. Gina Carano is literally like, yeah, her purpose is bigger, but that's who we need to protect. It's the people that people go, fuck off, give me my fucking hot dog fucking now. No, they need that support. They need that better wages. They need that time off. They need those breaks, because I hate to say it, like we moan about the heat now.
Yep.
Imagine the heat in Florida dressed up as fucking Donald Duck right now for 12 hours.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Woo!
Don't be anyone.
I think
That's
there's an
mega.
important bridge to gap between Greg's point of Elon and Stasis's of the smaller person. It's that, and it kind of touches with Dara and the the assumption of him saving. I don't think it's necessarily this idea that Elon's going to be some big savior that changes, that wins the whole thing for everybody and changes it.
That's what they thought about.
And forgive me if I'm speaking a little bit too much for you here, Greg, but I think the point you're trying to make is that Elon represents somebody in power and somebody of influence who's willing to try to do the work and make some sort of changes with these companies, with these corporations, that it then kind of gives hope to the little person of like, all right, maybe we can collectively start to make these changes. Maybe somebody like Peltz will come in and do a similar thing that Elon did with, like, because he's already tried, with Disney's stock dropping. At the end of the day, their bottom line matters more than messaging or anything else. So they'll only do things as far as they can until that bottom line gets hurt. And maybe somebody like Peltz does step in to say, look, I'll give you an incredible offer, the Godfather one you guys can't refuse. And now Disney's mine type of thing. So it's not so much the idea that Elon, I think, anybody thinks Elon is some kind of savior of humanity. It's that I think people understand what he's trying to do. And it gives a little bit of a sign of hope that somebody at this point of power is doing something that then, collectively the smaller people out there can all work together and say, all right, look, this is the kind of future we want of things, not the way things are going with a lot of these big
I think it helps. So, like, if you had a journalist doing it wouldn't help. Like, you've got Elon Musk going, no, enough is enough. It's
got to be
everybody's like, oh my God, he's got the money to actually do this.
Right.
Do it. Literally, please. And people going, please, please, please. Literally stop it. Stop this crap that's going on. It's like whatever way. But like you might not like him or things like that, but sometimes he's got a bit of common sense. Look what he's doing with his own money that's wasting away, and he's wasting his money. And you're like, look, he's doing it in the betterment of humanity sometimes.
Right.
You might agree with what he's doing. Yeah.
Listen in. Right. So Mandalorian creator Favreau would presumably be called to testify due to the potential spin-off titled Rangers of the New Republic that was due to feature Cara Dune as one of the lead characters. Grills may be called to testify over allegations that Disney pulled an episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls that featured Carano after she was terminated, because that did go ahead. She did go on to location with him. In filing, Disney pushed back on Carano's list of witnesses while saying that it may call Lucasfilm VP Animation and Live Action Development Carrie Beck and Disney Executive VP Communications Paul Roeder to testify. The development comes after a federal judge last week rebuffed Disney's bid to dismiss the lawsuit. Sherilyn Peace Garnett rejected arguments that Carano's discrimination claims are barred by the First Amendment, finding that the actress may have been terminated from the series in retaliation for holding disfavored political beliefs. So with that said, I really do hope that she takes them to task. Will anything change in the grander scheme of things? Probably not. Nope. Will there be a stock drop? I can almost guarantee there will be a stock drop. I'll guarantee there will be a stock drop. Will it be a big one? No, but in this time you just got to look at all of the releases that they've done. Look at Disney and all of the films that they've released over the last, even if you would say 10 years, they haven't pulled in a massive amount of money, guys. So a small drop on stock price will actually raise eyebrows with shareholders.
They've had a lot of stock drop.
There
will be a point where bankers will protect them.
Yes.
How bad is it now? Like, what is it in like a 90s stock price?
87 euros. So that's a bit less than 90.
I would guess I'm gonna put a bet on. I'm gonna put a bet on that they lose 5%. If they are found to be guilty of it, that they will lose 5% stock value.
I mean, losing this case will hurt, and it'll send kind of a shockwave of what else will come out of it. Who else might have a case? I don't know that we can think of one as public as this Gina Carano one right now, but
I think Stephen Miller will probably use First America First Legal Fund or whatever it is he's doing. He's pursuing DEI after the Supreme Court ruling on DEI being illegal. He's been pursuing multi-million-pound claims against employers for the last couple of years. So I can definitely see Disney being one of those cases, because he's like Trump advisor and super hot lawyer, and he's just owning it over there at the moment. So probably Stephen Miller.
And I think so much of this is precedent. I think Stasis, as somebody mentioned this earlier, it's precedent. We've never really seen a corporation of this size, this power, this influence actually take a hit from, I know Gina Carano is technically a celebrity, but from what we could say is the little person in this matchup. It's a David versus Goliath type of scenario. So to see the little person win, I think it's that precedent that is set that kind of means more than what effect does this specifically in a vacuum have on Disney. Yeah, like you said, 5 years, will people be thinking about this? No, but in 5 years, if things keep going south for their movies, for their battle with the state of Florida, then what are we talking about at that point? And I think that's kind of where the outlook really is, at least for me.
You look at 5%. So let's say for argument's sake it is 1%. Let's say they lose 1% in terms of share value. I mean, you're still talking that's almost $2 billion in value.
Yep.
Right.
All of the success of Deadpool that's just coming in, all of that money's gone straight away.
Oh yeah,
it is.
As they're in a hole.
You think that's $2 billion? How much would they have had to settle for it all to have gone away?
Right.
And a public apology. Anyway.
What were you going to say, Jay?
I don't think there'd be a public apology. There'd never be a public apology.
There will never.
It's not.
They would they would literally put their chin up and go, "The courts were wrong."
You say that, but if I was Gina, I would actually play this really cute. Hammer Disney financially, or accept a public apology with no financial recompense.
Yeah, okay, but both ways. I say I don't think she's a great actress. I don't think that.
Yeah,
but
correct.
what does it benefit her either way? Because who's gonna pick her up? She's a good supporting actress. If you need that action actress, I suppose is the best way to put it. Who's gonna pick her up?
I think somebody would pick her up if they're reading the room. If somebody's able to read the fan base and see how much support she's been getting, and look at the cons that she goes to, any event that she goes to, and see how popular she's becoming, I think somebody, if they're paying attention, and if I'm reading things right, to be fair, I think that then somebody would then pick her up, but they'd have to actually be paying attention.
There you go. So if they did that, Red Sonja.
Yeah,
I would watch the shit out of that.
And
I
agree. Make a Red Sonja. But otherwise from that, standalone, kind of geeky comic hero, what you got?
Well, the thing I see with her, because I do agree. One, I agree with Yanni's point there. I think anybody who's paying attention will know that they can use her in something to boost it, because her popularity has gone nothing but up since this has happened. And I think a court ruling in her favor would also kind of get rid of a little bit of that taboo, blacklisted nature that Disney's put on her in the industry. But on top of that, to Stasis's point, yes, she's not the greatest actress. I think she seems like just a wonderful person, a great personality, all that. Is she the greatest actress? No, but there's a lot of not, the greatest actors and actresses in Hollywood. I think she could be well served to be a David Bautista type of actress where,
Yeah.
you know, there's roles where she's put in where they're not relying so much on maybe her acting ability, but her physical presence, her action presence, things like that, you know, like Bautista in Doom. And, you know, when Bautista does some of his movies where he leads, it's not always the best movie and you're kind of like, ooh. But when he gets a role like Drax, it's like, oh, he fits into that. That's actually, you know, a good role for him. Or in Dune, his role there, or things like that.
That was basically a role in Deadpool, wasn't it?
Yes,
in the first Deadpool
exactly,
movie.
Abe, exactly. And I think she, you know, people really liked her in that role because, you know, it kind of just it put on display what she's really good at, you know, in being in a movie and being in a role like that. Her action, her presence, her intimidation. Obviously, a beautiful looking woman. You know, there's so much, you know, that she can bring to a movie, even if it's not always that it's, you know, Daniel Day-Lewis acting levels, things like that.
I wonder if that was a cameo too far for Disney.
I think
Ryan Reynolds, like, oh, everyone, Gina Carano.
That was the case.
Her stage capability is just fucking phenomenal, and I think she's a rarity in that she's a female that has such great capability to do stage fighting, and like you were saying, Jay, she can be intimidating as hell, and it is freaking awesome. So yeah, is her acting the greatest? No, she's not the greatest. She can improve, and she has been improving.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Damn, her stage fighting ability is just
Here we go to Tomby and Greg, because you know it. Durham Red.
Oh yeah.
What?
I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yes.
Durham Red is a 2000 AD.
2000.
Go on, Greg. Go on, Greg.
Yeah. So Strontium Dog, Johnny Alpha's colleague in the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah.
She's this redhead vampire mutant with great strength and a nice.
But she's sexy. Kicks
a nice rack.
Yeah, kicks ass things, but she's a vampire bounty hunter in a mutant world.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be amazing.
I think roles, and even if it's not carrying a franchise on her own, I definitely think there's absolutely a spot for her in Hollywood. And I mean, and we were seeing that, like Abe said, we saw it in Deadpool, we saw it in The Mandalorian, where there was a spot for her and her abilities in Hollywood until this happened, and you know, Twitter went against her and wanted her gone. And then Disney went along with that and got rid of her. There was a spot for her abilities in Hollywood. I think her first movie, Haywire, if I recall, was one that she carried on her own with maybe Channing Tatum, if I recall. It's been a while.
I think so, yeah.
But the action was really good in that, and there was stuff that there was stuff to take from that. That said, okay, this person does have an opportunity and a career ahead of her in Hollywood, which she was living that dream until all this.
She's never going to pull off. She's never going to pull off a drama. Never going to pull off
No.
She isn't. But look what Hollywood's done to themselves. All you've got now, oh my god, for that act, like she's not the greatest actress, but she's like Arnie. Look at Arnie.
Yeah,
if Arnie was now today, Arnie is the replica of her. Literally, just vice versa. Male thing. Arnie wouldn't go anywhere. Wouldn't go. If she was back in the 80s. Look at what she could have got.
Yeah, she would be everything.
Look at her Brie Nielsen in the 80s.
Because
just got the link in the chat.
You've got that. You've got that great ability to stardom. I don't give a shit about your acting ability, your dialogue ability, but your fighting, your thing gives it the stardom. Look, I watched First Blood the other day. I was like, I am saying afraid. Oh my god, Sylvester's awful in it. But what a great
alternative one.
What a great movie. But that's it. Like that's it. But that's the problem is everybody like things has got their notions of is you've only got Marvel and DC as that acting ability. You've only got that now. Like there's not like I know we bring up DC 2000 AD and things, but you got French, you got Japanese, you've got everything that is great in this world. I just like Elon Musk. Fuck it. Imagine Elon Musk but rebellion. And just went, fuck it. You know what? We're going to actually do all of them now.
So this is Venus Blue Jeans is the girlfriend of Rogue Trooper, kind of.
Yeah.
Female interest in Rogue Trooper. And there's some talk of either a Rogue Trooper movie or a mini series that they're doing right now.
It's going to be animated, like
is
what's
it?
Yeah, animated like what was that one
97.
that everybody loves? The kind of
Arcane?
Arcane. Yes, Arcane Vision. Same people that the Arcane, they're doing it as well. So the guy who's
Okay, I could deal with it.
yeah, I can't remember the owner is. Like anybody who's at 2000 AD, the owner likes to dress up in medieval stuff a lot. Let's just say that he's great. He's kept the like rebellion as then like who owns it. He is a bit of an eccentric. Let's say that a British eccentric.
I thought you were going to say like dressing up in women's clothing.
No,
I thought
he dresses up. He dresses up in medieval gear, and that's what he wants to do. He's literally
I know someone else who does that.
but he wants to keep this franchise like 2000 AD. It's never crossed over, but every character's great. Every character, like I couldn't like there'd be hardly ABC Warriors, Judge Dredd, of course. Everybody who would not want his panel want Dredd 2 with Cole Alban.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Right, guys, I'm going to move us on. Psychotic Mongoose. Psychotic Mongoose with the gifted membership. Thank you very much indeed. And it was gifted over to the Killer Cheese. So welcome. Killer Cheese is now a Muppet, finally.
What kind of cheese?
Finally.
What kind of cheese?
Well, it's Killer Cheese.
Blue.
Killer cheese must be blue cheese.
Killer Cheese. All
Yeah,
cheese
it's
is
like
killer.
attack of the
Killer cheese.
tomatoes.
What is the killer cheese? Is it blue? Is it
Blue.
Stilton? I don't know. I need to bloody know.
All cheese is disgusting, mate. All cheese
What?
is disgusting.
Killer cheese and
Sorry,
blue
that's
waffle.
what? Don't you like cheese, Tommy?
I
Not blue
fucking hate
cheese?
cheese.
Not blue cheese.
Or even a
I
like
Absolutely
Swiss is
hate
good.
cheese.
even a
cheese.
mozzarella.
I can put up with cheese on a pizza because there's a flavor there that's stronger than the cheese. I can put up with it in a burger, but apart from that, cheese tastes like fucking shit to me.
Blue cheese on a blue waffle.
No, wait. That leads me. Hey, Tommy, that leads me to a question. Tommy, I have a question then. What does crap taste like to you then? Does it
Say again,
taste like
mate.
cheese?
Scampi.
Again?
Oh yeah, does
Scampi.
tastes like ass. Tastes like swamp ass.
Scampi.
Fucking scampy.
This is delightful anal cheese you brought to the party this evening.
Yes. Let's eat that.
I'm not
swamp
gonna know,
ass.
but the best cheese I've had is a Strasbourg Munster cheese. Munster cheese, is it? Strasbourg?
I thought it was Abe's cheese.
No,
Fuck, I miss you guys.
no, Munster cheese is really good. It's like a runny, like gooey
Wait.
cheese. It's really strong.
It's
No,
not
no.
cheese.
Oh.
What?
The worst cheese,
Oh, no,
and this is
Strasbourg.
a real cheese, is maggot cheese.
Come on, like the
Oh,
Germans
yeah.
here. Strasbourg is because Strasbourg is supposed to be part of Germany, and the fight.
Yeah, we know. We know.
We know, but they've got the
Well, the
replica
French surrendered
of,
it to us.
yeah,
Is there
they've got
cheese?
the
Like
replica of-
always.
Not,
Is there a
Notre
cheese?
Dame is a replica. They've got a one-to-one replica there
Oh.
of Notre Dame.
Right.
That's how
Anyway,
they
we're moving
built-
on to the next
They
load
built
of bullshit.
the new Notre Dame. of the
More
replica.
bullshit, please.
Monty Python.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So
And now for something completely different.
That's
Well, not
for
really.
something
It's the
different.
nature
Not
of
really.
cheese.
Oh, for fuck's sake! No, I don't want to see blue testicles.
Oh no,
Blue
that's
testicles,
precisely why I'm putting it up. That's precisely why I'm putting it up.
Here's the funny thing. Data says now for something completely different, and we went from fucked up cheese to fucked up blue cheese.
That's
Right.
not cheese.
From the nation of
Okay,
cheese.
Okay, have you? Did everybody realize? Everybody got pissed off with the Smurf. Yeah, weird thing.
Yes.
Did everybody see the one where they scanned to the left of him, and there
Yeah,
was a guy with his balls out and a full-on erection?
Just wait. Just wait.
Isn't that
Just
What are you
wait.
gonna get? What? But waiting for your erection. That might
Is that
take a
an
while.
Mate.
sperm?
Have you taken the pill?
Just wait. Right, listen in. Let's fucking get cracking with this shit.
Alright.
We've been fucking going for 2 hours, and this is like the
We're
third
now
fucking
talking
thing
about
we're talking
Paris.
Right, okay. Paris Olympic organisers apologise to Christians for the unintentional Last Supper parody. Apologies.
Unintentional.
Yeah, unintentional.
Oh,
My
sorry,
fucking
sorry,
ass.
that quote is actually incorrect. The Paris organisers didn't. It was only a certain member did.
Yes.
The organisers who arranged it did not.
No,
So they've
because
never apologized.
They're denouncing the fact that it had anything to do with the Last Supper. But there's just too many parallels. There's just too many parallels. Anyway, apology follows.
She's got a coronavirus on her head.
She's drinking Corona.
Oh.
Apology follows anger among Catholics and other groups at the opening ceremony. La-di-da, the organising committee apologised to Catholics and other Christian groups who were outraged by a scene during the opening ceremony that evoked Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper painting with drag queens, a transgender model, and a singer made up as the Greek god of wine, plus some dude with his bollock hanging out. The unintended parody of the biblical scene performed against the backdrop of the river scene was sign saying fucking was actually intended to interpret Dionysus and raise awareness of the absurdity of violence between human beings, organisers wrote on X.
Sorry, Tommy.
How does that explain fucking that at all?
The guy who played the Smurf has come out and said he was told he is Jesus. That is even worse. Apparently, he was Jesus. Not that they publicized that he was a Greek god, but he said no, he was supposed to be Jesus, and he was the color blue to show that it was a diverse world that everybody's accepted.
Because he's Vishnu as well. Right?
No, even though he had his balls attached to his fucking thing and his bollocks hanging out, that's fine.
No. The Smurf. Stasis. The Smurf was not the one that had his fucking ballsack out.
No,
the motherfucker with the black trench coat.
No.
If you look at the blue,
someone behind.
he did the blue
guy on the left.
This dude.
Yeah, that guy had the full.
Yeah, it was Neo.
But the blue guy, when he stood up, he actually admitted he was supposed to wear underwear, things like that. But they spray painted his bollocks blue, and then he attached his penis to the reef. He admitted it.
Oh my god!
Because there was so much backlash. So everybody was like, "Oh,
his
is that
penis to the reef."
Yeah, he attacked, wrapped it, strapped it into his reef.
So he was
away. Bollocks sniffing. So
right, I was thinking, how many guys have got detachable dicks?
No, the guy. But the other guy who actually just slipped out and had a full-on erection. Literally, what the fuck are you doing?
He's been eating the wrong type of cheese.
I'm not. Okay. Okay, this is not bigging up the British, but who did the British have as their director in the 2012? Remember? Come on. Anyway.
Was it Warhol?
No, my God. Okay. Anyway,
Kenneth Branagh.
No, my God. No, it's okay. Anyway, but look at.
Okay. I will tell you. The director was Random Muppet number 3. Moving on.
Okay. Okay. But look at the British, the Tokyo, the Russian, and the Tokyo. They are all about the country. They're all about the greatness of the past, the things like that. What the fuck was this? It's literally you have Luc Besson, and even if you go Jean-Paul Gaultier, who are still they could have done. If you're gonna go for fashion, Jean-Paul Gaultier, fucking give that flamboyant, cool contage, everything over the top, proper madness,
massive gay as fucking pretty.
Yeah, exactly. But it would have been on point. This is France.
Yep.
This is what we experienced. Give it.
It would have been. We're French and gay. Bonjour.
Exactly. But they needed to give that a thing is the whole point of the whole and we're a republic, blah blah blah. You're gonna go the whole Napoleon the thing. The only thing that was exciting on this is when they have Gojira playing. That is the only exciting part. They play for a minute behind a weird thing on the heavy metal bit. That was the only bit that was exciting. The rest of it was too long. Whoever
was it actually Gojira who played?
Yeah, Gojira who played. Yeah, they played
nice.
On this, they played in the Bastille on the plimps and like that. But they played didn't play. They played
Might
a
have
minute.
to check that out. They're a mint band.
It was really cool. It was cool if you like heavy metal. They're the most probably renowned international band. But you're telling me in this whole thing they had to go to American hip hop to like British pop. They played like Imagine, like sorry, Liv Hudlin, what are you doing? And even to the point where the BBC started to take the piss out of them is when they went hi with like, oh look, like they got Raphael, didn't they? Like first of all, and then he passed it. I think it was like the Zan, and they went, oh look, and they were taking the piss. They were like, I'm born in Algeria, and they got to the next one and went, oh, the main NBA star, born in Nigeria, and then they like just taking the piss. Like they were trying to like not take the piss, but taking the piss. Is all these French stars and French people weren't born in France, and then like then they were trying to give, and then the woman who everybody hates of the BBC, I forgot her name, Tom B, like the one who's got like
Claire Balding.
Claire Balding. Yeah, Claire Balding was
How
like.
did I know?
Claire Balding. She was like, yes, but it's supposed to show how diverse and accepting France is at the moment. And everybody
got massive amounts of complaints over that as well.
Yeah, and everybody's like, no, you're just showing how bad France has got. There's nothing about France. There's no history about France. You're showing it would be like, here we go. I don't like, sorry, I'm just like, I don't know about anybody else in the world, but it would be like showing Britain and you're only showing one street in Soho.
Yeah.
And that is Britain. There's Britain. It's a Soho street. And that is the problem.
I'm just picturing now, Graham Norton does the Eurovision, and then later in the year, he'll do the Olympics as well. And that becomes like a new tradition.
Yeah, but that would be funny. At least he does it fucking funny.
It would work so well.
Yeah, like Graham Norton. Yeah, he's homosexual. Everybody's known it, but he's still beloved because he doesn't go, "Oh, we're the greatest." He takes the piss out of everything. It's like,
well, he's been taking the piss out of being gay for like 30 years now. He's fine with it.
Yeah.
Right, listen in. Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. Try to celebrate community tolerance. Blah blah blah. France. Fuck me. Put your teeth in, you twat. France has a rich Catholic heritage, but also has a long tradition of secularism and anti-clericalism. Blasphemy is legal. Whatever. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was dyslexic.
Mate, I'm fucking functionally retarded at times. But I'm just going to highlight Steve's chat here. Steve's point. Media was scrambling to say it was not his ball bag. Now I'm going to bring up the image, and I'm going to ask the females on the panel. What is the chance of that being a tear in his fucking tights? Because that fucking twat is wearing tights. He is 100% wearing tights in this fucking image.
Right.
Open link in new tab, and we're gonna fucking zoom into this fucking twat.
That's right. Get those balls.
Gotta zoom in.
I don't think that's a ball sack. Personally, I think that's a tear in his tights. But the fact that he's wearing fucking tights and this is all gay as fuck.
If you look into it, he has an erection. He has an erection.
No, he's smuggling budgies.
No, you actually look at it, he has an erection at the same time.
We'll never know until we get to zoom in. We'll never
zoom in.
Enhance.
I am fucking zooming into a fucking nut. Just in case it's a fucking nut.
Papa Smurf seems to be having a butt plug inserted in this picture.
Papa Smurf has let himself go. That's what happened.
Does anybody else see Will Ferrell in Papa Smurf there? This whole every time I see this guy, I see Will Ferrell.
I kind of do.
Yes,
it would be a really bad Saturday Night Live sketch. When they were like, what the
Bobby, I think you might be right. I think that might be a tear.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I personally, I think that it isn't a ball bag. I think that this is just simply a tear in the fabric of his denier fucking 800 bloody tights, because that's what it fucking looks like. Where's the?
You can tell by his
you have to look at the other close up. He has an erection. He has an erection.
Yes, someone buy the guy's OnlyFans, and then we'll do closer scrutiny.
Greg has an erection.
No.
Is Stasis looking a little too close? Is that what we're hearing? Is Stasis looking a little too close?
Look at that.
Get in there.
It looks like
that's a tear.
Yeah,
That's a tear.
Look at the
That is
threads.
a tear in his fucking. Material.
Or is it a single bollock, not a whole ball
It's
bag?
one bollock. It's
Now-
Because that's literally the thing.
Okay,
because,
like what other?
The only thing
There's
is
a lot
the
of men in here, except for Greg.
shadow.
Does anybody when they have a tear looks like that?
the balls have it. No, it's not.
It's a dangly bag of balls. It's nuts.
No, those are cashews.
It's salty.
okay, so
Cashews, these
here's the
nuts.
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're gonna make this really easy. Just yes or no. So, Tomby, is it his nuts? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Stasis,
Yes.
Smooth,
yes.
Daramouthe,
I already answered no.
2-all.
No. Wait, what was the question again? Hold on.
Balls.
Is it a nut? Is it a nut?
Balls or no balls?
Is it a nut?
That's
Yes
the
or
question.
no?
No.
Greg,
Definitely yes.
3-all.
I would say a man that dresses like that probably doesn't have any balls, so I'm gonna go with no.
Oh.
4-3.
Burn.
okay, Jay,
Roasted. Roasted.
Before the stream, I would have said yes. I thought it was, but now I'm starting to think there might be a tear in the tights.
5-3.
I'm gonna say that's definitely a nut.
5-4.
I think someone is a nut.
We're declaring this as a no nut scenario. It is a tear in the tights.
All right, well, give
is a tear.
Stasis Geek
Definitely
5
not
minutes.
tear.
He'll come back with a Photoshop picture of it definitely being a nutsack.
No, it'll just put Tommy's face
Exactly.
in the on the side. You know.
I'll be right back.
No, he'll be back in a minute. Yeah,
You
but
know,
angle the eyes, so the eyes are looking up.
I
the,
just want to warn
leg.
you, the balls will look like Greg's chin.
Right, let's carry on. Let's go on to the next item. Robert Downey Jr. to return to Marvel as Doctor Doom.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the Marvel superhero world after 5 years, but not the Iron Man role that launched the blockbuster franchise. The actor will make his comeback as Dr. Fuck off, you prick. Victor Von Doom, a prominent villain in the comic books that spawned the popular film series. Downey Jr. will appear in Avengers Doomsday, which is due to be released in May 2026, and a further installment titled Secret Wars a year later. Stars joining the Marvel franchise were unveiled at the Comic-Con event in San Diego. Downey Jr. appeared on stage concealed behind Dr. Doom's iconic mask and green cloak before unveiling themselves to the fans. How do we feel about this, guys? Money grab?
Okay.
Money grab or
Desperate.
actually
Desperate.
so Daramouthe, follow that through. Tell me why.
Because first off, he was Iron Man. There's no getting across that he would be any. There's the what was it? The animation Avengers Greatest Heroes. The Iron Man in that sounded like RDJ or close to it. So he is Iron Man. But when he's coming back to do this, I'm sure there was talks of before, like, in whispers that of him coming back, but people were wanting him to be Iron Man because RDJ is Iron Man. There's no separating from that. But now he's going to play this, and it's just like, yeah, Disney, it's done. I'm done. I don't care. Disney's over with. Whatever. This is just them trying to grab for that money. Because they had a success, which was the Deadpool, but their other ones weren't a success, like I said before. At the end of it, this is just another cash grab. There you go.
So a lot of people in the chat are kind of like echoing the same type of sentiment. A lot of desperation going on. Such a cash grab. He reportedly is being paid 80 million. Yeah, 80 million for 2 films. Now, before I let the rest of the panel dig into it, there is precedent that Tony Stark has been Doctor Doom. This isn't a new thing. This is not a new thing. Guys, remember, there's that many comics over the years that these combinations have been all done in the past. Whichever fucking combination you think of, this has been done in the past. Now, you can definitely argue the toss over him coming back, because he's been a very likable character in Iron Man. Him coming back reeks of desperation to get bums back in seats. But I'll just share this. Tony Stark becomes Doctor Doom in 2003's X-File. This Tony variant killed Doom and took his place. The Iron Man Exiles 23, created by Judd and Kev Walker, shows why it's somewhat difficult to name the first story where Tony becomes Doctor Doom. In this story, readers meet an alternate version of Tony Stark with no empathy. Still a genius, Tony hides his psychopathic nature until adulthood, when war breaks out between mutants kind and humanity. Now, bearing in mind, we've just had Deadpool. We've got multiverse in effect. We know there's multiple different versions of Deadpools. It's been shown to us on screen. There's multiple different versions of all of the various different characters throughout. This is completely plausible and in line with previous comics and canon.
Isn't
desperation.
This the variation of going to be in Fantastic Four reboot?
Could be.
I don't think they've really talked about that yet.
Yeah.
When
And
have they?
Is it? I don't know.
When
Because
have
that
they-
would make sense with having Galactus and Doctor Doom.
That could be like a
rebooted
post-credit
onwards.
sequence type thing.
Yeah, because where would he Doctor Doom as this variation? Where would he fit in without having a Deadpool? Or
Where have
Wolverine?
they
Without having an
ever-
X-Men kind of thing.
been on the extract for the comics? Where have they
Yeah.
ever been in the MCU? Have they ever been in the extracts for the comics? Because I can tell you right now, the Infinity War, completely wrong.
Yep.
They'll take inspiration
my
from
God,
the
yeah.
comics. But then
Inspiration,
split it.
yes, but
There
I
are-
never cared about
like
the comics.
I
And
would say,
there
as Tommy
is-
said, Marvel always did their A versus B. How to kick
Yes.
off, like they always did it. So it was Hulk. They used Hulk versus everybody for a while.
Mm.
It was always Hulk versus somebody, Hulk versus
Yep.
somebody, and then they mixed it up and things. And then when late 80s, like I'm gonna say when probably in the 90s, when the X-Men got good, then they started mixing it up with their legacy characters. They've always done it. It doesn't make sense. It was fucking stupid. And the comics were interesting. It was a one-off though. It was like, ooh, how fun was that? As a one-off version. Now
Yes.
they're bringing it in. So this Doctor Doom, I've never liked Doctor Doom. I must say, I'm probably one of the ones who don't like it. But this, do I care about the actor as the character? No. Do I care about their playing the Tony Stark to Doctor Doom? Yes, because it should be completely separate.
Well, it might not be Tony Stark.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I mean, this
It might not
has
be
to
Tony
be-
Stark because, so like the Fantastic Four are in a different universe currently to
Correct.
the 616. So they
It's a
need
different time
to
era as well.
they need,
Yeah.
well, they'll either bring Doom to the 616 from their timeline, or the X-Men will come through and Doom will follow them to the 616.
Always ready. Always ready.
Nice. So he and they're different timelines, aren't they? Because X-Men is the film is set in a 60s kind of setting.
Yeah.
Disney
And,
will do what benefits.
So
Okay.
it may be that he is playing his father from an alternate timeline.
Okay, that would work if they can imagine Fantastic Four now, the reboot or whatever they're going to call it, set in what can you do it? I would say the late 30s is the best period, mid 30s. Alternative Unity mid 30s. I think that would work. Or you're going to go into the late 50s. I think that would work. Otherwise, making him like an alternative Tony Stark that is Doctor Doom. No, I'm not having that.
There's
and
a
I
body,
agree with
body swap as well. It's been implied that
Why is
there might be a
that?
body
I
swap.
agree
Yeah.
with Stasis there. I don't think they're going to do this is just a Tony Stark who's bad. I think we just saw the precedent set with Deadpool. Oh, shoot. Actually, I guess it'd be a little bit of a spoiler. I don't want to say it, but there's essentially a character who is playing a different character, an actor who's playing a different character. Anybody who's seen it, it's you know what I'm talking about. So there is a precedent set where an actor can play,
a different
I
character.
do
More than
think
one
he
character.
might actually be Victor Von
Okay.
Doom.
Now we're all going by intelligence. We all go by, we've got. Okay, you not own all the comic books. You kind of got a sense. Now you go by fucking Disney writers.
I'm gonna attack this from a normie's perspective, guys. I'm gonna attack
But
this
no,
from a normie's
attack it
perspective.
by a dickhead perspective.
No. I'm gonna attack it from a normie's. All right, then I'm just gonna wade in with a fucking size 8 fucking football boot.
You haven't got a beard. You
Look
haven't got a
at-
beard anymore.
Look
Look
at our audience.
You're like a thumb on a fucking.
Fuck off, you fucking prick! Shut the fuck up.
What did it look like? What did it look like? Sorry, was it like a thumb on? Was it a thumb in the baseball cap?
A thumb in a baseball cap or a fucking stubbed toe. I don't really give a fuck. Anyway,
Shut it, you slags.
shut you fucking bitch tits. Right,
Fucking hell.
I'm gonna give it to you from the perspective of a normie. Right,
You're gonna
you
give
have
it to
got
me? Wow.
you have got Marvel's films ever since Iron Man all the way through Disney bollocky shit. You have established that Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, is Tony Stark,
Yes.
and everyone recognizes him in that role,
yes.
with the exception of a certain actor in Deadpool, which those people that are old enough to have watched the older film
Yes.
will know that that actor played that role.
Right.
Yep.
I think it's too close to Avengers and things like that Robert Downey Jr. can play any other character other than Tony Stark.
Bad
For
writing.
normies, they will not be able to make the leap or the break. They cannot separate. And bearing in mind, normies are the people that are going to the cinemas right now and filling the seats in Deadpool. We
gonna
know
be
that. We know that's the case.
Okay.
Because
Well,
you're not
when
like-
normies,
Here's a question: when Endgame? What year was Endgame?
Wasn't it like 2019?
2018.
I was just going to say,
Endgame was 19.
it's going to be like
Infinity War was
7
19.
years
20
or something
so
until
what
the
we got,
character actually
3
appears.
Exactly. So what age group?
See, but here's the thing. I will throw you one bone into that one. Is it's only gonna be an issue, and I'm already predicting that fucking Disney's gonna fuck this up. But this is already only gonna be an issue if they have Doctor Doom run around without his mask. If Robert Downey Jr. if whenever he's on screen, if he's in the Doctor Doom fit, then he has the mask and you will never see his face. So now you only have association by voice, which can be altered. But I'm pretty sure already that they're going to fuck it up and have him be introduced without his mask.
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Or
Otherwise,
during
spend the money on
a fight.
such a big actor.
Or
Yeah,
during a fight, they will have his mask be knocked off to have him be unmasked. Like,
Okay,
I guarantee already.
That would be the better scenario,
Chat,
actually.
I'm gonna have to say, some nerd in chat, go on for it. Was ever in the comics Doctor Doom masked? That's got to be a chat question because I cannot.
I can't think.
Like, I want to get it out, but I cannot. Like, yeah, they would have to cover him up. What would it be? It'd be like, yeah. I cannot ever perceive there was a variation where they were on off. What would be the point then? Yeah,
And I don't think
they paid 80 million or something stupid.
Right. Well, that's the
80
thing. I
million.
don't think they're going to keep a mask because what would be the point of even bringing them back in the first place? You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I had this conversation with the person I went to see Deadpool with yesterday. I said, okay, they're paying all this money for Robert Downey Jr. to come back. Are they going to scar his face up? Or are they going to cover it with a mask? Because if they're doing that, why would you bother to get him back at all?
Right. Especially at the cost that you're paying too, which we're finding out is astronomical. So
Yeah.
Well, from what I heard about the character, not having read any X-Men, he's supposed to be like a perfectionist and he gets a scar in a fight on his face or something. And then that's why he takes the mask, because even that small imperfection's got to be hidden from humanity from that point on.
Well, that was sort of explained in the first
Secret Wars number 3. He removes his mask.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's the only evidence I can see that of any time throughout all of the comics that he's actually removed his mask to show his disfigurement to Sue Storm.
Yep.
Secret Wars number 3.
I did a video on this when it dropped, and I kind of was able to, in the kind of immediate reaction to it, give some first thoughts that came into mind. So for me, I think I agree with the fact that this feels like desperation, 100%. I mean, bringing back the Russos and Robert Downey Jr. is 100% desperation.
And paying them what they...
Right, that too. To go that far is like, wow. I also think it definitely reeks a little bit of money grab, where they just, like Tommy said, want to put some asses in seats and get the theaters going.
Yep.
Now, with that in mind, I don't trust Marvel. I don't trust Disney. I don't trust Feige to write something good. I have a little bit more faith in the Russos and Robert Downey Jr. in terms of I don't think they'd want to come back to kind of hurt the reputation and the legacy that they left on, even though I think most people don't think Endgame's the greatest. The Russos and Tony and Robert all left on pretty high notes in terms of what they contributed to the MCU. So I like to think they wouldn't come back to hurt that. Again, we won't know till we see it. So as much as I think it is a bit of a cash grab, a bit of desperation, I don't think that for sure means it can't be done well. Now, the question is, will it be done well? And in terms of explaining away, Robert Downey Jr. or in any case, the same actor coming back to play a different role, I think there's enough sci-fi multiversal explanations they can use. The question is, will they write it good enough or well enough that fans will buy it? And that to me is the bigger hurdle than explaining how he is now this. It's, can you do it in a way that fans will buy it? Because movies are such a visual medium. We are so in kind of what Dara said, I think you put it as Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. I'd actually flip it. I would say Iron Man has become Robert Downey Jr. So much of his personality is what is Iron Man now and what people think of Iron Man now. So it's going to be so difficult to try to make that switch. It's like you're not even just bringing him back for some little cameo like some of the stuff we saw in Deadpool. You're bringing him back to play a major character and a major villain character. That is going to be incredibly difficult to sell to fans. So again, I do... If you told me this like 2-3 months ago, I would have been at this point, I'm cautiously intrigued. I wouldn't even say optimistic at this point. I'm more just curious. And if you told me this a few months ago, I'd be like, what the hell are they thinking? But because I also felt that Hugh Jackman coming back in this version of a different Wolverine and all that would be a bit of a cash grab. And now that I've seen it and saw that it worked, I'm a little bit more willing to say, okay, maybe they can do something good. If the Russos weren't involved, I'd be a lot more out of it as well. I wouldn't say I'm excited for it. I would say it's an exciting announcement just because of the buzz it created, both negatively and positively.
Jay,
new directors.
Give me this question. You've got, we know who Dr. Doom is. Dr. Doom is in Fantastic Four.
Right.
Who's the main person in Dr. Doom? Fantastic Four.
Reed Richards.
And who is playing Reed Richards?
Right. Pedro Pascal, who again is something I'm not thrilled about.
Oh my!
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can almost hear the script already, though, isn't it?
Huh?
You can almost hear the script already. By that point, they're going to have the Fantastic Four in the live action 616, even though that's not what it actually is.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going to be some interaction between like Thor and Reed Richards, and one of them's going to be like Tony, and then Reed Richards is just going to say something like, "No, Doom,"
right?
And then it just spirals on from there. And they're probably
Deadpool points it out.
Yeah, that's probably all they'll do with it. Like, they won't bother going.
Like Marvel, Disney hate Reed Richards because what is Reed Richards?
Yeah,
what is Reed Richards? Like, if you go simplest version of Reed Richards, he is the most intelligent person in the world. But what is he? If you go by liberal, he's white.
Right. He's a white male. He's a straight white male with clear morals. Anyway, let's.
And he loves, literally in 1990, who did the fuck did he love?
Sue Storm.
Yeah, exactly. Sue Storm.
No, who plays Sue Storm?
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba.
Oh
The
yeah,
best one. Yeah.
he's the most smartest man in the world. Just like that. I'm banging that every evening. Smart.
Whoa,
Right.
hey, whoa.
Whoa.
Dara.
Yes, sir.
Dara, did you want to escape, by the way?
Oh yeah, I haven't eaten.
Right. Can you? We're gonna wrap it up very shortly, Greg. So don't worry.
Hound
Fucking, I know your bed's calling because you're an old fuck. But Dara,
Yes,
what have you got
Viagra's
coming up,
kicking it.
sir?
It's
What have you got
Viagra.
coming up?
I
Plug your
have-
shit.
I have the ruling of the world. No, no, I
You
actually,
what, mate?
no, I didn't say anything. What? No, I have I actually have a show at 7:00. So I or 7 my time. Sorry, 7 p.m. Eastern my time, midnight your guys's. So that's just so
Pretty
that you
standard.
would know. Yeah. It's Eastern zone. Anyway, I have a show at 7 p.m. So I haven't eaten yet. So I gotta go get something to eat before I start. But no, it's I didn't give you my, well, you got my stuff. You got my YouTube, but I usually have a link tree because I have a YouTube and Rumble because I put both
Yep.
on both platforms.
I've put both in chat for you, my dude.
All right, so both are there, and of course I am on X on at Daramouthe because unfortunately Twitter X like to do a little thing. So just a quick note. Even if Elon is in charge of Twitter X, it's still not, it's only a little better. But anyway, yes, I will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll just be me because obviously I didn't schedule someone for the day. And of course, I will have a guest that was supposed to be on tomorrow, but they fell ill, so I won't have someone. So it'll be me again tomorrow as well. So people will just love me enough to look at me or something. I don't know. Look at my nose. I don't know. But anyway, yes, I will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I hope to at least see some of you. I might see Steve. At least Steve comes by.
Hey.
Steve never sleeps.
464.
Yeah, but
He
but
never
no,
sleeps until he does.
Yeah, but no. Oh well, thank you, Steve, and thank you, Tomby, as well, because I know last time I was on, it was Smoo, and Smoo did all right. I mean, he did pretty good for taking over. It's not every day you have.
Excuse me.
All right, Smoo.
That's why you're the
want to
second
know what's on
man,
your
Smoo.
post
That's
list.
why you're the
I
second
really want to
man.
know what's on your post list.
What?
Your
Do
post
do I sense a little bit
Oh,
of dirt tossing?
So those are
Those are notes of his victims.
no, but they wish.
Zodiac killer.
So I'm not monetized in YouTube, but I am monetized in Rumble, and those are Rumble rants. Those are people who Tomby's up in there somewhere. Tomby's one of the membership ones as well. So those red ones right here are memberships. And so, but the other ones are no. But yes,
Explain it like I was a child.
okay, so Stasis, some people in the world make money off online. Some are good, some are bad. Yeah. There's a place called Rumble that I can make money on right away. In a good
Now, Dara, we need to go more basic. First, we start it with there's a mummy and a daddy, and if they love each other very much.
Look, he's got a beard. He knows enough. He's got a beard.
Do I?
You look in the mirror and you tell me. But no, I those are the majority of them are Rumble rants, and the red ones, like the salmon one, there are memberships, and of course, because I don't have the amount to have be monetized in YouTube, so Rumble's where it's at. And again, they're just kind of an idea I took from someone else because I wanted to do something that's nice, and also someone told me I didn't have enough color on my wall, so those are the color, and yeah, so that's it. That's what
There you go. Cool.
Happy days.
Easy.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, Dara. You look after yourself.
Yes,
and hopefully we'll get you back onto the Chinwag in the future at some point when you're next free, mate. But enjoy the rest of your day. Guys, the links are there for Dara, both on Rumble and YouTube. Make sure you hit him up. Give him the old like, share, subscribe, and follows. And support your fellow small creators, guys.
Yes. And with that, I say adieu, but that's French, and I'm not. So see you guys.
Dara. Bye, Dara.
Right, okay. I'm gonna release the Kraken on this last element.
Oh my god!
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Conan. I'm waiting for Conan to join the Avengers.
What the matter? Oh no!
All right, I got my popcorn.
I was going to say, get your popcorn out. We're going to be here for another 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to say that in my next video now.
We know who's talking. Some bloody Japanese German guy. See you later, guys.
Got a problem with that, huh?
Where'd he go?
Yusuke was a hero in Japan.
Who?
Discuss.
Was it in German?
Japan!
He was very angry.
Hanayama, take us through this bullshit.
Can we just speak over Hanayama? Is that the way?
You can try, but you have seen what happens to people if I dislike them, and then they just get slapped into oblivion.
I know. I'm kind of scared.
So it's
but
your
happy
choice.
for you.
It's your choice. Like.
Right, I've got fucking 10 minutes, so I'm going to fuck off onto
Oh,
another
what the
stream.
fuck? You live.
Go.
Yeah, so basically, once again, fucking Thomas Lockley is off his ass, and he's lying like of both. No, he's not just lying out of both sides of his neck. He's lying out of every orifice on his body because he's a fucking attention-seeking whore. I mean, the guy goes in there and it's like, first he is the representative for Ubisoft. Then Ubisoft gets a lot of shit. Then he backtracked that, oh no, I didn't advise Ubisoft. Then he goes into an interview with the Japanese press and then again claims that he did advise for the game. And once the Nihon University cancels his ass, and now he's, oh, I didn't advise for the game again. Like, get your shit together, you dumb motherfucker.
So fucking hard, by the way.
Has he actually fled Japan?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he's run away. He's completely fled Japan.
He fled Japan because fucking Japan, they have some questions that he may not want to answer.
Wow.
Yeah,
he must have had a full life there and
now.
everything. He's probably got a relationship and he's got a house and all that.
No,
kind of
he's
stuff.
fucking gay as fuck, mate.
He can still have a relationship.
The only relationship that he has is with his right hand.
Yeah.
Fucking
38 seconds of Yasuke.
Yeah, so, and now he's sitting there like, oh, but fucking Yasuke is a hero in Japan. That's why nobody knows his fucking name. That's why nobody knows what his fucking decision-making is. That's why nobody remembers him. There is no fucking name. There's no fucking honorary day in his name. There is no historical credit in his name. There is nothing to his name. That's why Japan is gearing up to suing the fuck out of Ubisoft for cultural appropriation and misrepresentation of history, because the so-called hero was nothing more than a fucking paperboy. But yeah, go ahead, lie some more. Maybe Japan actually gears up and sues your ass as well, you fucking pleb.
Well, he's the origin of it.
Tom Cruise.
Arguably, he does look like he takes it up the arse. Anyway, moving on. We are going to start wrapping it up, guys. We are going to start wrapping it up because the fucking hell.
I mean, it's also funny because he is scheduled for an interview. This might be a topic next week because he is scheduled for an interview, and the interviewer in question, I believe, does not know right now that he has been stripped of his academic titles by the University of Japan. So if the interviewer learns of that little bit of news before the interview happens, oh, this is gonna be hilarious. Oh, this is gonna be funny.
That'd be real good.
I love Hanayama's like evilly excited voice. Evil excited voice.
Evil.
Yeah.
It's evil. It's just evil.
I love democracy.
Not even nice. Not even excited.
Yeah, that's the language he speaks. Evilese.
Exactly.
Wow.
Right. Okay. Let's start wrapping stuff up. Right. Schmooder DJ.
Yes.
What have you got coming up, my dude?
I'm gonna play some Final Fantasy tomorrow because I still need to catch up to you and to you a little bit. So I realized I need to do that. So I'm gonna do that probably around 6-7 o'clock UK time. So keep your eyes peeled on the main channel. Other than that, I'm gonna start uploading a few videos to the channel to revitalize the main channel a little bit. So I get to the 1,000 subscribers. I'm 73 away from 1,000, so Would be cool if I
Good
could reach
going.
that by the end of August.
Well
Other
done.
than that,
Well
just
done.
follow me on Twitter at DJ Smoo, where you can find most of the stuff where I'm going to be at. Dames and Dorks tomorrow with the ladies, and yeah, Sunday with the crew as usual. Fun Fantasy, unless you got other plans. And Saturday, I'm pretty much free in the evening as well. So if you want to play some co-op games, just hit me up. I'll be there.
Happy days. Thank you
That's
very
all I
much
got.
indeed, sir.
Oh yeah, also, real quick. Tommy's got
That was
some
my
birthday-
time. That's my time.
Oh, you've been talking all the fucking time. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck off, I'm going.
Also, we still got the Gifts and Go running for funding my PC. So if you want to help out, Tommy's got a Gifts and Go campaign running to get myself a new PC because my current setup is old as shit. So if you could help me with that, that would be great. Every little helps. Link is going to be plugged by the mods, so just keep an eye on that one. Yep, that's the link. If you can, every little helps. So that's it. Now Stasis.
It is true. He burnt out a machine because he didn't realize he could stream porn instead of downloading porn. So that's the reason he needs a PC. True fact. I'm doing F all this week because I've got to go to a wedding. But the wedding is for you proper nerds. Is a place in Hertfordshire that did the Quidditch match for Harry Potter. So I've got to go to that. So I'm hopefully going to go and give that. Apart from that, I need a new game. So guys, recommend a new game that I can just jump into, jump out. So that's it. Like one of those jump in, jump out people with blah blah blah. So that
Alien Isolation.
What?
Robocop.
No,
Alien Isolation.
No,
Alien Isolation in the dark.
No,
No, because I'm always in the
Yes.
dark. I'm in a bloody room full of comic books in the dark.
Yeah, but you've got a light so bright you're fucking sweating cobs, mate.
I am. It is really good. It is good.
Yeah.
No, play
Alien.
Alien.
Play Alien.
Anyway,
shit the bed.
also,
I want to see
sorry,
you scared.
just-
Mandy
sorry.
war cries.
sorry. Bye.
Oh, he's getting his dick out.
I'm getting my dick out.
Don't
Excuse me
worry,
while I
Joe,
whip
you're not
this out.
going to see anything. You're not
Because-
going to see anything. It's too
His
small.
nuts
So-
are
so-
in his stockings.
I am.
There we go.
This. Greg, you missed out
I did.
because you could have said both. There is one thing. So, guess who's getting this? Guess who's getting this? Because Greg's so we got that. It's going to go. The hopefully it like tones down the aggressive Asian for a little while, but that's coming to him. So that was
There's no toning me down.
maybe like blood guts. Somebody with a broadsword instead of a katana
nice set.
might help him.
There's only temporary dispersion of anger.
There you go. You got 3 books. It might happen. There you go. But anyway, I love a Wednesday. That's what I gotta say. A Wednesday is a little bit of fun now.
Happy days. Happy days. Let's
Cherry on the hump day.
Let's see if he's still awake. It's Greg.
No.
Old man is still there.
I'm lagging.
Well, fuck off then.
Yeah.
No,
Just
no.
spit your shit and then fuck off.
Well, it won't take long. I'm not doing anything. I'll see you next
Has he
Wednesday.
even noticed yet?
Yeah, I noticed that ages ago.
Yes.
What's that?
Gay pool.
Oh,
The legend of Greg.
Is he nice pool?
He is the
Welsh
nice
pool.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm Welsh.
Technically, it's
there
nice
was a
pool,
Welsh
right?
ball.
Yeah,
he's
that was
young
Welsh
pool.
I'm half Welsh pool.
Yes. Right. Okay. Let's move on. Where are you? There you are. Jay.
I wasn't expecting this.
Streamers go first.
What do I have planned? I think immediately
Oh,
after
great.
this-
I'm sorry, Jay. We've got something planned.
Yep. I was going to mention that, Stasis. No worries. Immediately
I
after
forgot.
this, I do think I'm going to be streaming some Batman Arkham Knight because I got the urge to play through that game after having watched quite a few of the older Batman movies recently. Plus, I really have to get the streaming hours up or just the watch hours up. So streaming's going to help. So I will be doing that after this stream some point very soon. Friday, we have GTA Fridays with myself, Dealbreaker, and Tomby, and whoever else wants to join. Steve was in last week. Lee was in. So whoever wants to join that, the lobby's very big, so you can always join.
Sorry, what's that for? What's that for?
Grand Theft Auto Fridays. Yep.
Okay.
New thing we started a couple weeks ago, so that's been going well. Stasis, Sandy Q, and I are doing our movie club episode this weekend. This one might be pre-recorded because of the wedding Stasis alluded to having to go to, so that'll be this weekend as well. And then in terms of my videos, honestly, not sure what the next one is. Gonna try to figure out the next topic to go on and go from there. But yeah, so a few things in the pipeline coming down.
Cool. Happy days. Just messaging Dominique. Start Baldur's Gate 3 and 30 because it's too close to 9 o'clock. Too close to 2300 for me to jump across. Right.
You were just on Grinder. You were just on
second, mate.
Grinder. We saw the app.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I was trying to poach Abe. But he said no.
He's too busy.
He's too busy. Too much.
He's dedicated.
Harry Enema. Where are we going to find you?
The usual places, aka Twitter, with me shitting on people again. But by the way, we got a new shitting on topic now, which is even more hilarious because right now I'm started literally shitting on fucking tourists just because I hate fucking anime tourists more than anything.
Yep, they're the worst.
Bunch of brain rot infested plebs trying to tell me, like literally, the one person that has seen over 1,000 shows, and they try to tell me I have no clue. Like, yes, please challenge me to this useless debate. I will eat you alive.
1,000
about My Hero Academia.
That was all One Piece, though.
No. I'm talking individual anime. I'm right now. Once this current anime season ends, I have seen a grand total of 1,118 anime, all That's different, insane. And I'm not counting seasons. And they try to tell me I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's like, yes,
but
please
can you
challenge
say
me.
Akira? Akira!
That's but see that's already that's already mispronounced because it's literally pronounced Akira.
Yeah,
so
but
yes,
how do you say
so
in the
yes,
show?
I can.
In the show?
So yes, I can.
Oh, in the show.
Yeah, because they like yelling. It's not my problem. They like yelling.
Right.
But so yeah, it's the Twitter business as usual. Just shitting on people because it's funny.
It is
well,
funny.
thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
I do like your tweets.
Fuck you.
Thank you very much indeed. Abe, what have you got coming up, my dude? Anywhere we're going to find you?
Well, as usual, you'll see me everywhere. I've got a few projects on the back burner at the moment, but you'll see them as and when they come out, really.
How are you feeling, by the way?
A stream with a webcam?
Maybe. I'm feeling better now. Yeah. I'm pretty much, I would say 90% recovered.
Oh, good.
That's good. That's good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good, mate.
I wish.
Pre-op does take its toll.
Fucking, there's a black cat scenario going on with Hanayama. He's like, fucking, I'm gonna fucking black cat you, you bastard.
I'm gonna fucking batter you.
You have seen how that looks like. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
Cool. So is that it, Abe?
Yeah, that's it.
Roger.
No daily
Yarnie.
shut up.
No, she's gone.
Okay.
Oh, his heart is empty.
Yarnie.
Oh, thank you. I guess not a whole lot. Things have been significantly delayed, but if you are interested in any hand-dyed yarns, pineandcauldron.com. I'm going to have some more new colorways coming out. Specifically, I have a colorway that I am working on that is going to be in honor of Kronos, my kitty, and all the profits off of that yarn are going to go towards his towards the bills that were accrued, giving him a good passing. You know, he had a very good end, so it's going to go towards that. But honestly, really, what I want to shout out is just everybody else's channel on here. Let's get those watch hours up. Let's put out that support because I want to see y'all grow. This has been so exciting to see. So let's take a look at these different channels and get those watch hours up.
Awesome sauce. Sounds good to me. Right. Now, really quickly. Really quickly. I want to show this. Fuck off, you prick. Don't interrupt me. I'm going to fucking mute the cunt. I'm fucking muting the cunt for a second. Just because I want to fucking share this before he fucking says something. This is the new kitty that's coming. What the fuck? Why did my share screen not appear? Right, stand back. Shut up.
Don't do it. Let's go to the guitar.
Window, share.
No.
What the fuck's going on with the fucking share screen? Is someone fucking ejecting it or what?
Not me.
Oh, the guitar's out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
every time I go to share the screen, right? Let me see if I can share it a different way.
Don't forget who's got admin rights, mate. It's, I got my hands right here, so it's not me.
Right, I'm gonna do it this way and see if I can share this. And it's just, this one's quite important for me to share. This one. No, I'm trying to share, and it won't allow me to share anything at all.
Weird.
Computer says no.
That's too
Computer
bad.
says fucking no.
What's a no?
So
Okay,
what I was going to
no.
do is I was going to show you an image of the new kitty cat that's going to be coming this weekend. But sadly,
One crazy
it
kitty
won't
is not enough.
fucking, it won't fucking let me, which is kind of disappointing. Anyway, right, okay. Status geek, get ready. Right, Tommy Channel, welcome, goodbye. I'm going to be back in about 30 minutes with
This song is back. Yeah! Tommy is okay.
He's a punk ass bitch.
Right, he's put his fucking shit down, so I'm going to carry on. Right, Baldur's Gate 3 in a little over 30 minutes. We're going to be back for some more playing games. Don't know what we're going to be playing tomorrow, actually.
Wow.
Maybe some World of Warcraft. Maybe some World of Warcraft, but it depends because we could do a Party Animals stream tomorrow and take people through the new Mario Kart within Party Animals, which is actually quite a good laugh. Played that on Monday with Horny Elf and the team, so it was a really good session. Friday is going to be GTA, so make sure you stop by for that. Myself and Dealbreaker amassed probably about 80-odd, 100-odd subs each just from that one set of streams. So make sure you pop in. Over the weekend, we're going to have some World of Warcraft, some Final Fantasy, and I do want to do a Shit the Bed stream with Alien Isolation. So the Shit the Bed stream, all lights turn off. We are going to have reactive LEDs turned on, and the mic is going to be full. So, guys, thank you very much indeed for tonight.
It's daily from Greg. Daily.
Make sure you pop into everybody. Like, share, subscribe on all of the content. Really good bunch of people. Make sure you pop across to see Dara, and make sure you pop across to see the previous special guests we've had on the channel. And until next time, guys, thank you very much indeed. You look after yourselves. And with that, peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.